Robert 5 Stadium in Jackson. Welcome to Big Time Sports in week number 1 of the Ohio High School Football Playoffs. Tonight it's Medina County against Stark County in the Division I, Region 1 matchup between the Brunswick Blue Devils and the Jackson Polar Bears. Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Dunn, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Troy Richardson, and welcome to the Fur-Bay Electric pregame show as we begin the annual journey of cheers and tears. That's right, 6 weeks of playoff football to crown the 7 division champions for the 2025 football season right here in the state of Ohio. And Troy, first round action tonight. Two teams that really trying to get a win. They've both lost their last 2 regular season games. Brunswick under head coach Cole Carter, they come in at 5-5.
Yeah, for the Brunswick Blue Devils, they're trying to get back on the winning ways. And what better time to do it than in round 1 of the playoffs? Because right now, everyone's record is 0-0. It's actually, to me, week 1 of the actual season here when you get to the playoffs. Someone we're going to want to look for tonight is Eli Nichols, the great two-way player for Brunswick. He'll play DN, and he'll also play running back, as he can cause a lot of havoc on both sides of the football. And also quarterback Sean Barnett also does a great job of leading this Blue Devil offense, trying to get their first playoff win in a few years.
Meanwhile, the Jackson Polar Bears under veteran head coach Jay Rohr also come in at 5-5. And a lot of fans, Troy, are wondering what Jackson team will show up tonight. We've seen the bad, the ugly, the good. We've seen all sorts of things this year from the Polar Bears.
Well, we've seen Jackson 3 times here on Big Time Sports. I saw them last week over at North Canton. And Joe, their first drive of the game, they moved it right down the field, a good balance of run and pass. Lucas Eckerman was dropping some diamonds. They were opening up some holes in the line of scrimmage, a little bit of misdirection, and the offense was clicking. When Jackson is in their rhythm offensively, they can move the football, but they got to do that with a balanced run and pass attack, and they've got to keep Lucas Eckerman upright. They've got to keep him clean.
The winner of this game will be at Mentor next Friday night. Mentor, the number 2 seed. And Troy, while we have a moment, let's check tonight's keys to the game.
Well, as you take a look here at our keys to the game, brought to you by our good friends at the Daystar Auto Group. I want to thank our good friends, the Daystar Auto Group. For Brunswick, they got to be consistent on offense. There's been games they put up 35. There's been games they've put up 1 touchdown or not even that. For Jackson, they got to finish drive. Joe, we did the game here against the Perry Panthers where Jackson had 3 drives that they got down inside the 10 and had to settle for field goal attempts. You don't want field goals. You want tutties. You want touchdowns. You want to put the ball in the end zone if you're a Polar Bear.
One of the few nights this year we have felt like it's football weather. Temperature will be somewhere in the mid to high 40s. A little bit of a chance of drizzle, maybe. We'll have to find out, but it is football time here on Big Time Sports. We're going to take a break, come back with a lot of other pregame information. It's Jackson and Brunswick right here on the Big Time Sports Game of the Week.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Fur-Bay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Fur-Bay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
Here, let me help you move all your stuff to your new car.
I can't believe you got me approved today. Everywhere I went, I couldn't get anything going, man. This is awesome.
Hey, what do you do for work again, man? You have some tape in here, some rope.
I'm gonna need some help right here, though. This thing's heavy.
What do you have in here, man? It seems like you almost have a body or something.
Like I said, just mind your business.
No judgment here. We will beat up the bank, get you the best rate and payment.
Since 1988, Wood Electric has been your hometown electrical contractor of choice, trusted for top-quality commercial, industrial, and residential electrical work. From new construction to repairs, we do it all. And we do it right the first time. And when the unexpected hits, we're here with 24-hour emergency service, because the lights won't wait. Call Wood Electric today, where experience meets reliability. Wired right, right on time, every time.
The other guy's insurance, you got Kyle.
Hey Kyle, it's Brenda. I was just reading through your proposal and I have a few questions.
When we drafted up your proposal, we really aimed right down the middle.
Sometimes wonder if your insurance agent true priority is more time on the golf course.
At Hummel, we do insurance differently. Our expert advisors help you not only mitigate risk, but operate more efficiently, decrease employee turnover, and increase your bottom line.
Here, let me help you move all your stuff to your new car.
I can't believe you got me approved today. Everywhere I went, I couldn't get anything going, man. This is awesome.
Hey, what do you do for work again, man? You have some tape in here, some rope.
I'm gonna need some help right here, though. This thing's heavy.
What do you have in here, man? It seems like you almost have a body or something.
Like I said, just mind your business.
No judgment here. We will beat up the bank, get you the best rate and payment.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at Robert Five Stadium as we get set for kickoff tonight in Division I, Region I playoff action. Jackson won the coin toss. They will kick, and we're going to get a look at this Brunswick offense early in this football game. But before that, we'll let you know that tonight's opening kickoff is being brought to you by Van Nostrand, Young & Kuntz. Asking you, when was the last time you reviewed your insurance coverage? There's enough uncertainty in the world. Make sure you have the right business, auto, and life insurance protection. Van Nostrand, Young & Kuntz, an independent insurance agency, is here to help you, your business, and your family.
It should be interesting here to get to see this Brunswick offense. I know they like to try to bleed the clock a little bit, control the ball, snap it with under 5 seconds, and hopefully we get a good start here to the game. I want to thank our good friend Will Van Nostrand, Van Nostrand, Young & Kuntz. If you see Will Van Nostrand, he lives in Stark County. He supports the local schools, the local communities. He understands the importance of high school athletics, and we appreciate him and all of our big-time sports sponsors.
Both teams come in at 5-5. Both teams looking to get back on the victory trail after losing their last 2 regular season games, and they want to get that bad taste out of their mouth, Troy.
Yeah, you know what? What better way to do it? Everyone's 0-0 right now. This is really the first game of the second season, and that's the playoffs, and they want to be playing in 6 more weeks for a state championship.
High end over end kick. That's going to come down at about the 3-yard line. Coming up that left side, looking for some protection. Good run back, and they're going to finally get him. Special teams are going to drop him. A pretty good return up over the 25 to about the 28, maybe the 29-yard line, where the Blue Devils will take over 1st and 10.
Nice job there. Good return there by the Blue Devils. They're going to get the ball in pretty good field position, Joe, out around the 30-yard line.
That was Gavin Moore that brought it back, and we'll take a look at this Brunswick offense led by senior quarterback Sean Barnett, 6'4", 200 pounds. They'll come out and try and, we think, establish that run against this Jackson defense. Going to run that football over that left side. Eli Nichols is the guy that got it. Not much there, Troy. Right on that 30-yard line marker, down he goes.
Good swarming defense there by the Bears.
Let's take a look right now at this starting lineup for the Brunswick Blue Devils. Cohen Eza will be the one wide receiver. Let's take a look at that offensive line right now. That's going to be huge. Preston Syed, Ty Colbert. Up there on that right tackle spot will be Andrew Hayes, Devon Hooray. Running backs Eli Nichols, and Sean Barnett, as we said, is the quarterback. 2nd and about 9. Polar Bears on defense early in this football game. Quarterback rolling right, going to throw, has a man out there, big play down the sidelines, and a step away from maybe taking that a little bit farther. That's going to be a Brunswick first down at the, that's going to be up at the 46-yard line. Broke a tackle, Troy, and just a step away from maybe taking it to the house.
Yeah, but we got a late flag coming in well after the player was tackled here. Let's see what the call is, Joe. Legal man downfield on that, and that happens. That was an RPO. That was really a nice read there by the quarterback.
Let's take a look at this Jackson defense right now. Reese Myers, Wilfredo Martinez, and his brother Angel Martinez will be the defensive tackles. Luke Mazon at defensive end. Linebackers are Keegan Stanley, Jared Kaiser, Brad Sheets, and in the secondary, Tyler Baker Calls and Alex Height. And that will drive a coach crazy on that big play. Then they'll bring it back for the penalty.
When you look at Brady Sheets, that kind of hybrid linebacker for the Bears, he can take you in coverage, he can run downhill and fill.
Kind of out little swing pass, and this time the Polar Bears are going to defend it. Going to drop him over the 25, maybe the 26-yard line, trying to attack maybe the perimeter of this Jackson defense.
Nice job of swarming here. They do a nice job of stretching the play out. As you look here at your Altman replay, they try to run that little swing screen, but look at them right there, all coming up, getting a lot of yellow helmets around that football. And now it's a big 3rd down play here, a possession play for Brunswick. See if Jackson's defense can get off the field.
That was Gavin Ballack that caught it. Going to throw it again, and underthrows his man. That would have been short of the first down at the 36-yard line. Incomplete, and the Blue Devils on their first possession are going to have to punt the football.
And that's a tough play to make. You got your quarterback coming. He's got to reverse. He's got to set step and pivot that on the timing route. And that's just a hard, long throw to make for a quarterback.
Back punt formation, number 37, Vinny
DiTeodoro here punting for Brunswick.
He's standing back at the 12-yard line. Good snap. Good high kick. Calling for the fair catch and a fumble, and it looks like Brunswick has it.
Brunswick came up with it. He ran into his own guy on the fair catch, and he goes down and just loses the football. Andrea Skaza has judicial experience that matters. As magistrate for the Massillon Municipal Courts, Andrea Skaza has presided over 40,000 cases. Andrea Skaza is the only candidate to earn the endorsement of the Massillon Henderson's Liege FOP number 105 and receive a rating of highly recommendation by the Committee of Judiciary, Stark County Bar Association. As current magistrate and former director of prosecution, Andrea Skaza has the necessary experience to be your next judge. Vote for experience, vote for Andrea Skaza, paid for by Skaza for Judge Committee, Margaret Elam, treasurer.
Well, two big mistakes in this game, but Jackson's maybe more costly as they fumble that punt. And the Blue Devils have it 1st and 10, trying to move down and get into the end zone early.
Well, that's the best play of the game so far from Brunswick, was the muff punt by Jackson. There you see Nichols, a great two-way player for Brunswick, a great runner and a great defensive end. And Joe, he's only just a sophomore.
Evan Ballack, number 4, right next to Sean Barnett in that backfield. Going to throw a little swing pass. That's out there to Cohen Asa, and he is going to have maybe 4 yards, maybe not that much, down close to the, how about the 37-yard line, where they'll be 3rd and about 4. I'm not sure they're in 4-down territory, Troy, but right now they again are taking a look at that Jackson defense, which has given up a lot of points in the last couple of weeks.
And a nice job cutting it back to the inside. I think you are in 4-down territory tonight for Brunswick. They have a hard time manufacturing points. Anytime you get inside the 40 and it's going to be, 4th and less than 2 or 3, I think you go for it. And if they run it here, I think that'll pretty much set up they're going to go for it on 4th down if they can pick up any yardage.
Going to throw it out. It's going to be incomplete at the 31-yard line.
Another RPO attempt there.
Yeah, Gavin Moore was the guy they tried to find right on the Blue Devils sidelines, off his fingertips and out of bounds. That'll stop the clock, but let's see what they decide to do, and no hesitation. Head coach Cole Carter says, let's go for it, guys, on 4th and about 4.
And I don't blame him. You got an opportunity here. You got the ball in good field position. Take advantage of the turnover. Try to put some points up on the board. There you see it just, there's that little swing pass. Nice job of cutting it back. Good look there on the Altman replay.
Barnett going to keep it, going to throw downfield, and picked up and intercepted by Jackson on a 4th down play. Almost as good as a punt, Troy, but the guy that came up with it for Jackson is Max Calls, number 10, the senior at 5'7", 150.
Calls comes up with here, big Mount Hope defensive player. And like you said, Joe, you got to get rid of it. It's 4th down anyway. Make the throw, try to squeeze it in the window. Good job of coming up with the INT there for the Bears.
Yeah, they tried to squeeze that in, and Calls came up with it. He is a guy that is only 5'7", Mr. Do Everything for this Jackson football team. He'll bring back kicks. He'll play some offense. He'll play a lot of defense. And Johnny on the spot with the turnover to pick it off. Here comes Jackson on their first offensive possession of the football game. Now we're going to throw out a little bubble screen, and that goes absolutely nowhere. Good defense by Brunswick. Take a look at this Jackson offense. Wide receivers will be Szymanski, Norwich, and Cowles. Tight end, Keegan Stanley, 6'3" senior. It'll be Mendel, Leach, Gordon, Culp, and Beard up front. Running backs, Corey Jacobs, and the quarterback, veteran Lucas Eckerman. And again, going nowhere, going the opposite direction. Boy, Brunswick right now playing outstanding defense, at least initially on this first Jackson offensive possession.
And who's there but Eli Nichols?
Take a look at this Brunswick defense right now. Eli Nichols is the guy, number 23. Keep your eyes on him. Hooray. And The best of that linebacker group is Ballack, Berger, and Marasek. In the secondary, Kurtzer, Azim, Moore, and Miles. And they will be tested tonight by Lucas Eckerman, the senior quarterback, who is about his 4th year as a starter. 4-year letterman here for Jackson. There hasn't been many of those. Eckerman again. Looks left, throws left, little swing pass out to the left. Defended pretty well as Corey Jacobs got that little swing pass, and they defended that pretty well up to the 28-yard line, and the Polar Bears are going to be forced to punt it away.
Ballack coming up there, number 4. That's a nice open field tackle. Eckerman makes the check downs, but that's a nice sheer tackle, and that saves the first down. That's going to force the Bears to punt on the first possession.
Gavin Moore will bring back the punt for Brunswick. He's standing in his own 35-yard line. And Cooper Miser will kick it away for Jackson at the 14. High kick, fair catch called for and picked off. Backpedaling a little bit, calling for the fair catch at the 28-yard line. I think they're going to spot it closer to the 30. No score here at Robert Five Stadium. We're back with more Big Time Sports right after this.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime we picked the best program.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, one, ensure our customer the right way, but then two, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
You've got only one body, so why not take care of it? Let iCryo Wellness and Recovery help you live a healthy lifestyle. iCryo will introduce you to recovery and wellness with their proven techniques that will surely make your body and mind a whole lot healthier. Evaluate your lifestyle with iCryo. Don't wait. Call now, 330-451-6365.
Jonah and Troy Richardson back at Robert Five Stadium. No score early. Brunswick now going to keep that second possession. They're going to hand it off or keep it as Sean Barnett, 6'4", 200-pound senior, right up the middle. They ran that perimeter early, Troy. Now they go right up the middle against that Polar Bear defense.
Well, that's a design quarterback draw. The quarterback's counting numbers in the box, thought he had them outnumbered, and they did. And that's a big pickup on first down. You pick up 8 yards on first down, that opens your playbook up now. We can throw it, we can run it, and you're keeping that defense off balance. They can't sit back and wait for a run or a pass.
At about 2 or 3. Barnett again fakes it, now is going to run it to the left side, and not much there. Going to be close to the first down as the Polar Bear defense got him before he could do more damage. But he's a big one, Troy, 6'4", about 200 pounds. And he has kept the football a couple times in this possession. Going to bring it third and about a yard for the first down.
Yeah, a little misdirection there, faking the pitch, tucks it right back, try to get the lineman flowing one way, get a little bit of different blocking up front.
Barnett a little swing pass and dropped. That was Gavin Moore that maybe looked up a little before he had it. And that's going to bring up a punting situation. They decide to go that way on fourth and about a yard.
I think they're going to go for it.
I do too.
And right there, that's just the mental errors that have kept Brunswick at 5-5 this year. Not looking the ball in the whole way. You got to catch it. He catches, it's an easy first down.
I think you're going to see a lot of these teams this year getting that first week of the playoffs going on fourth down. And we're going to see it right now from Brunswick.
And they might try to get him to jump here.
Barnett taking a long look over to head coach Cole Carter, deciding, what do you want to do, coach? And I think you're right, Troy. I think they're going to go ahead and take that timeout and punt it away.
On November 4th, Jackson voters will see issue 42 on their ballot. Issue 42 is a no new tax renewal of a substitute levy for the Jackson local school districts. Voters have passed this levy 3 times in the past, and it will cost $119 per 100,000 of your home's value, which is less than in 2021, when 70% of the voters said yes to the renewal. We urge you to vote yes on issue 42 to help maintain the excellent academic, arts, and athletic opportunities for our children. Paid for by the Jackson Local Schools Levy Committee. Justin Hardesty, Treasurer.
Max Cole's back to receive this Brunswick punt. Going to let it bounce. It's going to take a Brunswick bounce inside the 30. They're going to down it at the 28-yard line.
What discretion, the better part of valor there. Joe not trying to force something when you don't have it. Hot Shots Pickleball Junior Academy, where fun meets fundamentals. Young players learn the game in a positive and encouragement environment. Skills, drills, and games. Conveniently located over in North Canton, right off I-77. A fun, structured environment where kids can learn and improve. That is Hot Shots Pickleball.
As we said, Jackson comes in tonight at 5-5. Head coach Jay Aurora, who of course played here. 4-year starter, 4-year letterman at Jackson. And of course he went on to the University of Akron, Troy, and played on that Motor City Bowl team years ago that lost to Memphis State.
And that's going to be a penalty on the Bears. It's going to back them up even further. So the Bears just digging themselves a hole here after the muff punt. Now they've had the penalty. It's going to back them up inside the 15-yard line. They're going to be in the shadow of their own end zone.
Lucas Eckerman, who has been injured late last year, Troy, and a little bit this year, but he's back healthy 100% for this playoff game. Little bubble screen out there to Coles, looking for a block. Bounces off a couple people and takes it up to the 24-yard line. And that is it.
And that's just a nice swing pass. They had them outnumbered over here 3-2. They just get some good blocks out front. There's no one coming up really in run support. And I think that's what the defensive coordinator for Brunswick wants. He wants them rolling down the train tracks there and bringing the wood. But a nice first down play gives the Bears a little bit of breathing room out to the 25.
Eckerman looks right over the middle, and it is caught in between a couple Brunswick defenders. Good catch, good throw. That'll be a Jackson first down up at the 35.
And that's that RPO again. You're reading the defensive ends. You're reading the corners, the linebackers. Are they stepping up? If they are, you just hit them on the nice slant. Boom, right in the gut. But you got to make the read quick. If you don't, you get what Brunswick had on their first possession, an illegal man downfield.
There we take a look at Lucas Eckerman, as we mentioned. 4-year letterman here at Jackson. Trying to keep the train rolling down the tracks here in week 1 of the playoffs. Little pump fake. Goes back to the right side, and good open field tackle over there right in front of the Jackson sidelines. You missed that tackle, Troy. That's going up the field for an extra 5 or 10.
Yeah, Eckerman had to check it down here. He looks first there, looks downfield. Then he's got to check back down to where he first looked. And good coverage downfield by Brunswick, and a nice open field tackle there by the Blue Devils.
That was Rocco Norch, the senior, who caught that one. Good for a Jackson.
Might be a draw here. They haven't ran that yet. They like the draw.
Eckerman looking, little sideline pass, and underthrows his receiver. Rocco Norch was the guy he tried to hit. At the 39, he underthrew that one.
Well, they run the trips into the field, so they get him, and that's a tough pass when you're rolling left and you're a right-handed quarterback to get your feet underneath you and really zip the ball to where it needs to be. Sometimes they skip it off the turf, as you saw there. Going to bring up a big third down here, 3rd and 10 for the Bears.
Ball on the right hash over on the 35. And Eckerman right now in an empty backfield, going to try and get the pass right here unless they run that quarterback draw, which we've seen all season long. Eckerman in trouble. And now throws it, and that's going to be a first down. Rocco Norch was the guy that broke open, and Eckerman looked like he may take it upfield, Troy. Then at the last minute, flipped it out to Rocco Norch for a big Polar Bear first down.
Yeah, that's a nice job here. Eckerman showing great poise in the pocket, gets some good blocking. That's what I love with the young man. He'll stand tall there. He's not afraid to let the play develop. His receivers kept running their routes. They kept playing, and it's hard. The longer you got to defend as a DB, the more time you have for that wide receiver to get open. Good patience there by Lucas Eckerman.
Spencer Berger that brought him down for Brunswick, but not before a Polar Bear first down. Now they're going to run it close to midfield. Then you got 1, 2, 3 Blue Devils in on the tackle, short of the 50. They'll spot that one at the 49-yard line.
Been impressed so far with this defensive line unit for Brunswick. They have done a nice job of stuffing the run.
Another 225, 250, 235 across the front. But the guy we talked about in the pregame, Eli Nichols, is the leader of that group at 6'2", 225 and a senior.
And there's a personal foul called on Brunswick, hands to the face. And now you've just, instead of getting the stuff there, making it 2nd and 10, now it's going to be 1st and 10 well into your own side of the field at the 36-yard line. So just those mental errors really costing Brunswick right now. You can see on the left side of the screen, you just stick the hand right up there and jab him in the face.
Polar Bear first down in Brunswick territory. Going to throw again over the middle and is really thrown behind the receiver. Again, it looked like it was Rocco North, but he threw it behind him, Troy.
Yeah, you got to lead him a little bit on that, let him run into the ball. Instead, he's got to kind of reach behind him, another RPO action. And because that just goes through his hand, almost picked off there. That was a lucky break there for the Bears.
That stops the clock. Ball still at the 36-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Jackson.
Brunswick really crowding the line of scrimmage. They've got all 11 players really within 4 or 5 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Eckerman throwing deep, has a man out there, single coverage incomplete, down at the 7-yard line.
Good coverage there on the wide receiver. That would have had to been a perfect pass, just overthrows him, but you want to put in a situation where your guy or nobody. And Eckerman does a nice job of just letting it go here. I check a look here on our Altman replay. Good protection again by the Bears offensive line, and good coverage downfield by the Blue Devils.
One more look at it on the Altman replay. Eckerman winds up and throws that one downfield. And at that point, Troy, you're just hoping your wide receiver can make a play. Good coverage.
And now you got 3rd and 10 again. Jackson's come up big here on 3rd down plays.
Yep, here comes the rush. Going to throw a little flanker screen out there. And that is going nowhere. Good defense again by Brunswick. And they're going to push him all the way back, or they're going to spot the football right at the 36.
Does a nice job of coming up there. Moore coming up, number 2. Makes a great open field tackle here for the Blue Devils. It is textbook, fights off his block. This time he came up and filled just like his coach wanted him to earlier. Now you get a great ground level view at it. You get the view here, the DB, what he sees. And there you see him fly up. Moore comes up, makes a great tackle.
Landon Kirchner also there for Brunswick. Eckerman going to throw for it. Sideline pass. It is caught, but that is going to be well short of that first down. Right in front of the Brunswick sidelines, and that's going to turn it over on downs to Brunswick.
Nice job there by the Brunswick defense, getting off the field again, this time on 4 downs. And they're going to get another crack at the football. And we haven't seen either team be able to string together much of an offense. Jackson aided there by a 15-yard penalty, still not able to capitalize.
So Sean Barnett leads him out again. He's got Gavin Ballack right next to him. And they're going to do a little reverse and a fumble, and Jackson's got it. A little dipsy doodle, and that one backfired on the Blue Devils if they fumble the football. And Jackson has it. So each team with a turnover, Troy, and this one could be costly for Brunswick.
Yeah, no one wants to seem to really put together any type of a drive. Here he's trying a little flick action. Doesn't hit anybody, and it just ends up Bears football on the turf, on the carpet. And the Bears come up with a recovery. See if Jackson can do anything this drive. They got a really short field here, and it's getting harder and harder for this Brunswick defense. A lot of two-way players. They're going to get worn down here. They get off the field, and you got to come right back on because your offense turns it over.
Corey Jacobs is going to get the handoff, breaks one tackle into that second level, and down he goes inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line.
I'll tell you, Jacobs has got to lower that shoulder. He runs a little too vertical for me. You got to make yourself a little lower, a little compact. You got to lower the shoulder, bring the boom. He runs a little too tall for my liking, but does a nice job cutting it upfield, seeing the hole, good vision, cutting it back, manages to pick up 4 on first down.
Logan Matusik, number 28, in on the tackle. Come back to live action. Jacobs again over the right side.
He is such a strong runner. On that initial contact, where a lot of players go down, he keeps the feet churning. He thrives on that contact. When you get hit, you want to keep your feet flying, and he's able to break some tackles and keep rolling downhill.
There you see Eckerman looking over at Jay Rohr, deciding what they want to do.
I know we're in the first quarter. This is by far Jackson's best opportunity to score, but we talked about it in the Daystar. You know, the keys to the game, you don't want to end up with field goal attempts. You want to get tutties.
Comes Max Coles down that left side, and he's going to be, Coles is going to be short of the first down, I believe. Now they're going to move the chains. We're up here on the other side of the field, Troy. Didn't get a good look at that one, but they're going to move the chains for a first down.
We got a tough angle up here, but another big first down pickup here. I like how he puts the ball up. He's making that read. He's looking it in. Nice cutback, though, by Cowles. He does a nice job of cutting back against the grain, picking up the first down.
Jay's going to try and turn the corner, and one missed tackle, and then he does turn the corner and takes on one of the Blue Devils.
Jacobs on the run.
Pretty good defense there by Brunswick, but Jacobs turned the corner on him, Troy.
Turns the corner, able to get it upfield again. Bounces the outside. He wants to hit a little bit in here, but they do a nice job of stretching it out. And he does a nice job of getting vertical once he plants that foot. And now they're knocking on the door inside the 5. Got to try to punch this one in.
And again, they look over to the sidelines. This could be the final play here of the first quarter.
Running those check plays.
Going to give it to Jacobs again, down to the 2, and that is about it. Maybe stretches out to the 1.
Jacobs on the run.
I think Jackson will probably just take the, I don't know why the clock stopped. Clock should be running.
It should be running. It's down at 31 seconds.
Yeah, that's not sure.
Now they wind it up. Not sure why it did stop.
Yeah, but they get a first down. They probably could still get a first down.
Jacobs tries to dive over the pass.
I don't think he got it. Yeah, they did. He did. They're going to give it to him on the dive.
Over that right side, he left his feet, Troy. Sometimes that's not the best way to do it, but he jumped over the pile, and they give him the touchdown, and Jackson jumps out early here, 6-0.
Yeah, nice job here. Here you see it, puts it in the belly, goes up top. Yep, and he lands right in the end zone. Oh, the ball came out, and then Eckerman scooped it up. Ball pops up, and Eckerman comes up with it. Eckerman's going to get credit for the touchdown.
Well, that's what happens when you leave your feet. We're saying that's not sometimes the best option, but Jackson comes up with it, and now the extra point is high enough, long enough, and it is good. That's Cooper Miser with the extra point, and Jackson leads it 7-0.
Don't forget, at the end of the game, we'll have our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game. They'll receive a free month-long cryo pass to iCryo at halftime. We'll have our Akron Auto Auction halftime report. Want to thank our good friends Chad Bailey and Company at the Akron Auto Auction. Let's take a look here at this a little bit in slow motion, Joe.
Yeah, we didn't see that ball pop out. Now on the replay, the Altman replay, it's going to pop out.
It's out. That's just bouncing around the end zone.
Everybody had a shot at that one.
And Eckerman just happens to be Johnny on the spot, picks it up. Good heads-up play there by the senior.
So the Polar Bears jump out early, 7-0 on week 1 of the playoffs. As we said, the winner of this one will hit the road next Friday night up at Menor, who's the number 2 seed in Region 1. Trying to extend the year. Both these teams come in at 5-5. Permitre will put that ball in that right hash, Troy, and kick it off to Brunswick, who has 3 men deep down at about the 5-yard line. Line drive kick will bounce, and they're going to let it bounce right into the end zone.
Kick goes into the end zone for an automatic touchback.
I'll see what Brunswick can come up here. They're going to get the ball at the 20, so they're going to be the worst starting field position of the game so far. And really, Joe, these teams have laid the ball on the turf here a few times. They've had an interception, a couple of fumbles, another fumble there. Happens to end up in their hands.
23 seconds on the game clock. Could be the final play here of the first quarter. And we've got a special guest coming at the conclusion here, Troy. What do you got?
Cody Gonzalez will be joining us here to talk about the Jackson Local School Issue 42.
Barnett's going to send Moore in motion. Going to hand it off, and not there again. The Polar Bear defense jumps in and stops him right at the 20-yard line. They may put that inside the 20.
They lost about a yard on that.
And that will be the final play as that Keegan Stanley, Jackson's defensive end, come in and make the play. And that'll do it. 1 quarter in the books here at Robert Fife Stadium. Week number 1 of the playoffs. It is Jackson 7, Brunswick nothing. We're back right after this on Big Time Sports.
At Paper Twigs, our full-service floral and papery boutique offers expertly crafted, custom-designed invitations and paper essentials for all events. We're renowned for our innovative, out-of-the-box floral arrangements, perfect for any occasion. We specialize in weddings and major events and would be honored to be a part of your special day. Please contact us at 330-499-3350.
Daystar Power Sports and Equipment in Malvern knows how to take care of our customers. Fall is here, the perfect season to hit the trails, tackle yard work, or haul with confidence. From Arctic Cat ATVs to Cub Cadet mowers, Steel tools, Ferris mowers, and Triton trailers, we've got you covered. Great financing, dependable service, and the gear you need. Call 330-868-9893 or visit DaystarPowersports.com today. Daystar, your adventure starts now.
Introducing Pizza Oven, a legacy since 1956. For decades, we've delighted taste buds with our authentic flavors. Indulge in our scrumptious menu, carefully crafted to satisfy every craving. From crispy pizzas to fresh salads, tender chickens to savory pasta, we have it all. Visit PizzaOven56.com and experience the taste of tradition at your fingertips. Pizza Oven, serving Northeast Ohio at our 10 locations. Novellus is a global leader in flat-rolled aluminum and the world's largest aluminum recycler. Together, we forged a world-class team delivering high-quality products globally. We extend our positive impact by supporting local schools and community organizations. Novellus Uricksville cheers on students and families across various schools. Novellus Uricksville is rooting for you. Learn more at novellus.com.
It's March, baby, and Simpson Heating and Cooling is bringing the heat. And the shot is up. The shot is up. You call that a shot? Why don't we get somebody to teach these guys about the game of hoops?
What do you think, Coach?
So I thought you said these guys were all-stars.
They are a lot more professional here in their installation. Check out this installation. He's got 1 turn. He makes 2 turns. Wow! Sweet banana. We have got a full installation.
Now I see what you meant when you were talking about all-stars. These guys know what they're doing.
Somebody call for an all-star?
When madness hits your home, choose Simpson.
And welcome back here to Big Time Sports. This is the Jackson Polar Bears 7, Brunswick Blue Devils nothing. As you get a good look there at the Jackson Polar Bear band on our Peach Oven scoreboard. And that's going to take us to our quarterly recap brought to you by our good friends at Kimball Recycling. On our quarterly recap, here you see the Bears defense coming up big with the interception. You're going to see the little fumble here, laying it on the turf. Jackson going to take advantage of it, and then it's going to get laid on the turf again. This time, though, Lucas Eckerman says, "Thank you very much. Look what I found, Mom," and gets the touchdown for the Bears. And that's our Kimball Recycling quarterly recap. Little swing pass there. Nice open field tackle by the Bears. And joined here by Cody Gonzalez, a representative for the Jackson Local School Levy, Issue 42. Cody, how much will Issue 42 cost the homeowners of the Jackson Local Schools?
Sure. The homeowners will pay about $119 per year per $100,000 of valuation, which is basically less than about $10 a month, and it's actually less than what they've been paying. It's actually going to go down this time.
So they'll see their taxes go down. As we look here again at Brunswick, thank you for joining us, Cody Gonzalez. Here again, they're going to look at that RPO. Nice pass. Good tackle there by the Bears. Looks like it'll be enough for a Brunswick first down. Is this new money and additional taxes?
No, it's not. It's actually a renewal. It was originally passed in 2011 and renewed in 16 and 21. It is not a new increase for anybody who's a current homeowner.
And we're going to see Brunswick again here. First down, ball at the 31-yard line. Trying to string together a few first downs here. I haven't seen them do that too much tonight. Out of the gun. Three-receiver set. This time I'm going to hand it up. There's Eli up the middle. Nothing there. What is the money used for on this levy?
Sure. It generates about $9.3 million that we use in the general fund to basically fund all of our operations. And it helps us keep us in the top 10% of the districts across the state. And we're actually the only high school in Stark County to receive a 5-star rating.
And now you look at this, what has Jackson done in the past? You said this has been passed before. What have they done with the previous passages of this levy?
Sure. Like I said before, it's been able to keep us among the top-ranked schools in Ohio, according to the NICE report, as well as we've been able to do things. Sorry. But we've been able to do plenty of things with it. Obviously, we've done great academically. Athletically, we've won 5 state championships. We're celebrating our 25th year of the School for the Arts. So anything the kid can want to do in the school district, we've been able to achieve thanks to the support.
And this is what has been able to fund all of those great accomplishments here when you look at academic, arts, and the athletics as well. Well, hey, thank you, Cody. We appreciate it. Joining us up here in the booth tonight, this is Cody Gonzalez for the Jackson Levy. This was paid for by the Jackson Local School Levy Committee. Justin Hardesty, treasurer. Thanks again, Cody. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
5-yard penalty makes it second.
So that 5-yard penalty on the RPO there will make it 2nd and 15 for Brunswick. Joe Dunn's getting the headset back on here. Out of the gun, going to scramble again. Looks to the wide side of the field. Throws it, and that is picked off. Oh no, he dropped it. Right in his hands, just couldn't come up with it. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down play here for Brunswick.
Another flag goes down, Troy. As you passed the baton over to me, I saw a flag go down right in the middle of the Brunswick sidelines. Not sure what that's all about. Going to come over and discuss it, I think, with the Brunswick coaches, and maybe they'll pick it up. Let's see.
Sideline warning there, just a sideline warning.
Interesting interview, since I'm a Jackson resident, and I had my ears peeled to that.
Yeah, and they're just telling you everything, the facts that are coming out with it. It's been renewed several times. It's actually going to lower the taxes, which is always great for the taxpayer.
Third and long. Barnett looking downfield, one-on-one coverage, has a man out there and overthrows him. Boy, he had separated maybe about a yard and overthrew him just a tad. That would have been a huge play for the Blue Devils. He just couldn't connect down inside the 35-yard line of Jackson.
And they needed something to get the offense going here, and that could have been it. And I think they'll come back to that. He had a step, just missed him, overthrew him by about a yard and a half. Great ground level view here on our Altman replay, right into your living room, folks, and just overshoots him. Such a tough pass to throw there to Essa. for the Blue Devils.
Cohen-Essen, number 21, had separated. Now the punt. And Kyles is going to let that one bounce. It takes a Brunswick bounce. That's a beauty. That's going to go all the way inside the 5, close to the 3, maybe the 2. That's going to pin the Polar Bears deep early here in the second quarter.
That's a 70-yard punt. Andrea Scassa has judicial experience that matters. As magistrate of the Massillon Municipal Court, Andrea Scassa has proceeded over more than 40,000 cases. Andrea Scassa is the only candidate to earn the endorsement of the Massillon Henderson Lodge FOP number 105 and receive a rating of highly recommended by the Committee of Judiciary of the Stark County Bar Association. As a current magistrate, former director and prosecutor, Andrea Scassa has the necessary experience to be your next judge. Vote for experience, vote for Andrea Scassa, paid for by the Scassa for Judge Committee, Margaret Elam, Treasurer.
First and 10 for Jackson at their own 2-yard line, leading this football game 7-0. They'll line up in the end zone. Going to keep it, and that doesn't go much. Maybe a yard over the right side to the 3.
I'll tell you, Joe, that is one of the drawbacks when you're in the gun all the time is anytime you're inside your own 4-yard line, you're taking that snap in the end zone. You're putting the ball in a safety position. Now, he does manage to pick him up about a yard there, but he's still going to be taking the snap 2 or 3 yards deep in his own end zone.
That was Josh Albany on the stop. Senior defensive end, but not much there. 2nd and 9. Going to run it again. This is Jacobs trying to turn the corner in the open field. He's going to have a first down and more. Down the sidelines and into the Polar Bear bench for a big first down.
Nice job there by Jacobs, bouncing the outside. He gets to the perimeter. He has such a long stride. Kind of reminds you of Terrell Pryor when he was the quarterback for the Buckeyes. He doesn't look like he's covering that much ground because of the stride, but man, is he fast. Bounces it to the outside, able to get there, finds the seam, trying to get to the corner. Good tackle there to knock him out of bounds, but a great run there by Andrews.
That was Braden Miles that finally got him, but not before a big Polar Bear first down. They're out of trouble. And if you're Brunswick, you were hoping you could pin him there and get good field position on the punt, but that didn't happen.
I think Brunswick's starting to wear down a little bit their two-way players.
The flag goes down.
False start.
And that's going to be a 5-yarder against the Polar Bears. We're into week 11, Troy. Maybe you shouldn't be having those type of penalties.
No, you should be tuning those things up. I want to thank our good friends at Beaver Excavating and Beaver Construction, building high-performance facilities for our elite athletes. Joe, you've seen the locker rooms here at Jackson at the football field, built by Beaver. Folks, they're amazing. We have pictures up on it on our Facebook and our Twitter. Absolutely gorgeous, beautiful. And that's what you get with Beaver Excavating and Beaver Construction. We build success. That's their motto. They work with schools, museums, everything. And that's what you want with a company like Beaver Construction and Beaver Excavating.
Jacks with the football at their own 27. Elkerman rolling right, looking. He's going to be dropped. Boy, kept looking upfield, Troy, and nobody was there. Excellent defense in the secondary. And the guy that popped him was Eli Nichols.
Well, who else other than Eli Nichols coming from his DN spot? I like what, well, that's the play before. But I like what Eckerman does as far as like keeping his eyes downfield, because that always makes the secondary, they got to stay locked up with their man. And sometimes if they go deep, he's able to pick up a few yards, but a great job of stringing it out there by the D-line of Brunswick.
2nd and long for the Polar Bears. Don't throw it into trouble down here at this end of the field, Troy. I guess that's what you don't want to happen. Eckerman again looking, throwing deep.
Got him separated.
Out there, and he throws him diving. Attempt incomplete. And the guy that was diving for it was Micah Regimal.
And he was there. He had a step. We've seen both groups of receivers tonight get a step on their man. And it looks like, I thought he was going to take that to the end zone, just couldn't get it. Not even a half step, Joe, maybe a quarter of a step away.
Pretty good throw, but Regimball just could not get it right at the fingertips. That brings up a 3rd and long again. Possession play here for Jackson, already leading 7-0. Uppert's going to keep it, gets a block, goes upfield, first down.
He's going to be close.
I think they may
he's going
spot
to be
it short. Looked like he had it for the initial tackle, but
I think they're going to go for it.
Usually they eyeball this one and say yes or no, but they're going to mark it short, Troy.
And they're going to go for it.
Why
they're not going to waste any time either.
4th and a yard. Big play here.
Going to run their check play.
Boy, if Brunswick can get a stop here, they're in business. At the Jackson 41.
I just don't know if Brunswick can move the football consistently.
Well, they'd love to try it if they get a stop here. Going to run the football and into the middle of the pack, and second effort's going to end a fumble. I think Brunswick got it unless they called it dead. They may have said that ball was down before it popped loose. Big call right here.
But did he even get the first down? Doesn't matter if he didn't get the first down.
Well, let's see what happens here.
They're actually going to measure.
Well, if
wow.
I haven't seen a lot of measurements this year, Troy.
Maybe for the playoffs you're going to do that.
Referee Brian Shaw.
Let's see.
Let's see if they pull those chains, and
got it.
He's got it by half the football, Troy. Exactly half the football.
Wait, now they're...
And now Brunswick is saying, hey, let's pull those chains tighter.
They're not sure. Brunswick was saying that wasn't where the clip was. So maybe a little malfunction there on the chains.
Yeah, the Brunswick
they're going to measure again?
Brunswick defense saying, wait a minute, that's not the spot we want. They're still out there. Now they're going to bring the chains back to the sidelines, and the Polar Bears are going to keep possession.
Never seen that happen before.
A little bit of a...
Not quite sure what happened where they...
You can see Brunswick defenders pointing back upfield. I thought maybe they didn't think the chain was pulled tight enough.
That ball did pop loose. But he was able to recover his own fumble.
So a big play in this football game as the Polar Bears regain possession. Eckerman looks sideline and throws it complete.
Eckerman's pass complete to number 18, Micah Regenball.
Regenball is a guy again that caught it right at the Blue Devil sideline.
Eckerman doing a nice job getting rid of the ball quickly tonight and just eyeing it up. And that's what I saw last week. Their first drive against Hoover, they just boom, boom, boom right down the field. As the game went on, though, Hoover was able to get to Eckerman. See if that happens with Brunswick tonight. But Hoover doesn't have very many two-way players. Brunswick has a lot of them.
Second and about 6. And flags go down. And that's going to cost the Polar Bears 5 yards again on this possession. That's a second 5-yarder.
And those are penalties that, keep Jay Rohr up at night. When you just have those silly 5-yard penalties. False start. Like you've said, Joe, it's week 11. I mean, week 1, week 2, week 5, but week 11, you got to know the snap count. You got to be on the same page if you want to make a deep playoff run.
Clock moving, just a little over 6 minutes to go in the half. Low scoring game. Jackson 7, Brunswick nothing. Polar Bears trying to get something rolling here halfway through the second quarter. Eckerman going to keep it himself right up the middle. First down and more. Down into Brunswick territory at the 40-yard line of the Blue Devils.
Nice run there by Eckerman. Good read again, making the decision, the 4-year starter. He does it. Great fake there, too. The running back sells the jet well. That gets the lineman flowing. It opens up the middle for Eckerman. He's able to pick up about 22 on the run. And a big first down there for the Bears. Keeps their drive alive as they're trying to knock on the door here, put one in before halftime.
We've said it many times, if Eckerman is healthy, one of the better quarterbacks in Stark County. This time it's Jacobs. A little quick stutter step will get him into that second level and get him a quick 2 yards.
Well, you've got to keep him healthy and you got to keep him upright. He has had good protection tonight. Brunswick hasn't had a chance to get too many shots on him, and that's a key. You want to keep him clean so that he can make those decisions downfield so his receivers get a chance to work. Nice look there on the Altman replay.
Middle of that Brunswick defense with the tackle, bring up second and about 7. Eckerman will send wide receivers right. They got a wing back over on the left. See what they do here against a Brunswick defense. Eckerman now in trouble trying to run away and throws that one away. That'll be
grounding. Yeah, there's
I'm not sure there was
there.
anybody close enough. They're going to talk about that, Troy. It looked like it may be grounding against Eckerman, who had a man on top of him. But officials are talking about it.
In high school, is there a pocket rule? We got a player down for Brunswick.
Boy, the official's still taking a look at that one. No flag yet, but he rolled out left, Troy, had a man all over him, and simply threw it away into the Polar Bears sidelines.
Yeah, he's trying to hit one of the coaches, I think. But we got a player hurt here for Brunswick.
There is no foul. For attention grounding. The quarterback was out of the free blocking zone. Had a receiver in the area. It did
Did I hear him say they had a receiver in the area?
Yeah. Not sure.
Not sure I saw that.
I think the receiver might have been like 5 yards out of bounds on the sideline, maybe.
Well, the Polar Bears get a break, let's be honest.
Maybe there is. Let's take a look here.
Let's watch it again on Eckerman rolling left. And he said, there's nobody in the picture with a purple jersey on, but they'll come back and play on third down.
And the referees say play on.
Now we're going to stop play again.
Sideline warning on Jackson.
Prior to the snap. Sideline interference. Second sideline warning. 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
We're going to call a 5-yard sideline warning penalty on Jackson.
That's our second one of the game. And right there, you just cost yourself 5 yards. I don't know if that's kind of a little makeup there or not.
Normally you have what they call a sideline coach who will keep everybody away from that, but not tonight. Eckerman, here comes the pressure, throwing, caught, bounces off one player.
Touchdown.
And he's going to take it down the sidelines at the 5 into the end zone.
Wow, that is a heck of a reception and touchdown. And Joe, this is definitely going to be a Papa Bears big play replay. Look at this. He's going to play a little pinball action out there. Bounces off of one, spin move, breaks a tackle. You know what, folks? I'm just going to take this one to the house, strike up the band. The Bears get 6.
Looked like that was Gino Szymanski.
On the Papa Bears big play replay.
6'1", 185 and a junior. Bounced off one of the Blue Devils and went right down the left side, pretty much untouched after he got away from traffic. Weiser again with the extra point. It's up and it's good, and Jackson leads it 14-0. We're going to take a break with 4:29 to go in a half. You're watching the Big Time Sports Game of the Week.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
Altman is here for you, in your community, because you matter. We're proud to be the area's first and only independent health system. We are one team, joined together and committed to one mission, to lead our community to improved health. And we've always been here, dedicated to providing you with the very best in care, wellness, education, insurance, and more. For your community and for your family, Altman is always here for you.
Do you have an old junker sitting around that's not worth anything? It might be just an old junker to you, but at Speedy Auto Salvage, it's worth big bucks. Your end-of-life car or truck will quickly turn into cash for vacation, bill payoffs, or just money for fun. Speedy also takes sheet metal and old appliances and will put cash right in your hands. Speedy pays top dollar for your end-of-life vehicle, sheet metal, scrap iron, and even old appliances. Pickup service is available. Hurry in today to Speedy Auto Salvage.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. team specialist since 1977.
At Mears Nissan, we make car buying easy. We want our customers to have a pleasant buying experience from start to finish. We offer a comfortable and welcoming space where you can feel confident making your purchase. Family owned and operated for over 35 years, we're proud to offer family-friendly financing options designed to fit your budget. Don't just take our word for it. Take a look at some of our happy customers. So if you're planning on buying a new or used car or truck, look no further than Mears Nissan in Canton, and let our family take care of yours.
Robert 5 Stadium. Jackson leads at 14-0. Now it's time for the fan cam. And Troy, you've got friends everywhere in Stark County. You see some fans over there?
There's always somebody I know somewhere. As you take a look at the Mears Nissan fan cam, hey, you get a look at the Jackson student section tonight. It is Halloween. I like to call this a little Halloween havoc here on a Friday night for high school playoff football. What better way to have high school playoff football than on a Friday night and Halloween? Kids gone out getting the trick-or-treat candy. Joe, what was your favorite candy?
Oh, I love those Butterfingers and Snickers.
You know what? I got to go with the Butterfinger. I like a good Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Miser again, end over end kick, going to be taken right at the 9-yard line. Coming up that left side is Moore, looking for some help. Doesn't get it, and down he goes, and a flag flies right behind him.
Just these flags are starting to remind me when we were at Canton South a couple weeks ago. We couldn't go more than a play or two without any laundry coming onto the field.
See what the call is here. That flag came from behind the play from referee Brian Moore. Or Brian Shaw, I'm sorry.
Jeez, another penalty against Brunswick.
Yeah, it's going to be a 10-yarder for holding.
We're going to get another look here at that Bears touchdown, another angle. I'll tell you, this is impressive. You look at it from ground level. I just like bouncing it off, spins it, breaks the tackle and sprints. Folks, that's hard to do. He keeps his balance, keeps his vision, knows where the end zone is, and finds pay dirt on our Altman replay.
Here comes the Blue Devils on offense, down 14-0, but a long way to go. 4:23 to go in the half. That pass out to the right side is going to be complete.
Good, sure tackle there in the open field. That's what you want to do. You want to keep them in front. Don't give Brunswick anything to get excited about. And if you're Brunswick, you don't want to give this ball back to Jackson because they're clicking on all cylinders right now offensively.
Anthony Gamboa was the guy that caught it. Go for about 6 or 7 yards. Little bubble screen out to the right. Over the 25 to the 26.
I think we're going to get another penalty against Brunswick here.
Cohen Asa was the guy that caught it.
Asa's been a good target tonight. But they're going to call that on Brunswick.
Blue Devils walking the other way again.
Just when Brunswick, Joe, seems to be getting something gone, either they lay the ball on the turf, they get some laundry thrown down, and they just are struggling to be consistent. Watching Brunswick on film this year, Joe, that's something I've noticed is it's hard to get consistent when you can't go more than 3 or 4 series without a penalty. You've got to be able to do that to put together drives.
2nd and about 9 for the Brunswick first down. Barnett, short drop, throws and caught close to the 28-yard line.
Gonna be enough for a first down.
Pretty good throw. And that was Gavin Moore that caught it for the first down.
Take a look at the Altman replay. That's a nice throw right there. Zips it right in, right where his man's the only one that can catch it.
Yeah, good timing there on that throw from Barnett to Moore. They need more of that. Down 14-0 here late in the first half. 3.5 to go. Not much there. They're going to run the football right at the polar bear right side of that defense.
Try a little counter action there. A little crisscross action with that jet, but good job there by the defensive line of Jackson to sniff it out. That's the thing, you got to keep your gap responsibility. How about closing down, rolling downhill there? Number 14 for the Bears. That's Brady Sheets. like a train coming right down the tracks.
That was Eli Nichols with the run. Now they're going to throw another sideline pass. A little miscommunication over there.
Third down now, big third down play here, because Jackson with their timeouts and still about 2:56 in the clock, they could still put in one more before the half.
Very good look at Sean Barnett, 6'4", 200 pounds, and a senior. Barnett again taking a look at that Polar Bear defense. Now he's going to take off and throws it away. Boy, he was on his way down when he let that one loose, Troy. That's going to bring up a 4th and long, and it's going to force another Blue Devil punt.
Sometimes you just got to eat that and not risk, you know, just slinging it and getting picked off there. But he does a nice job of getting rid of it. Big, strong kid as he's gone down. But Jackson's going to get the ball back. I think if they can field this punt, they get some really high punts here, but if they can field it, they should get pretty good field position with plenty of time on the clock.
Yeah, the pressure for Jackson was coming from Luke Mazon, the 6'3" junior. And that is going to be caught. No fair catch coming up the middle of the field. And not much there.
They're going to call a flag for a face mask.
Another face mask penalty on Brunswick. This would be their 2nd of the night if that's the call.
The Jackson Local School District is the most efficient district in Ohio, among like and similar districts. None of the other like and similar districts to Jackson is as efficient as administrative costs and the total cost of educate a student. Jackson Local Schools is a USA News and World Report best school, and Jackson High School is the only 5-star school according to the most recent Ohio Department of Education and Workforce report card. We urge you to vote yes on issue 42 this November to maintain the excellence Jackson Local Schools provide. Paid for by the Jackson Local Schools Levy Committee. Justin Hardestein, Treasurer.
Boy, a lot of playoff games around the area tonight. Columbus, Northland over at Hoover. Green down at Garfield Heights. Louisville down at Westerville South. Alliance at Geneva. Salem playing Northwest over in Canal Fulton. Eckerman rolling left again. And he's going to throw it and intercepted right in front of the Jackson sidelines. Turning the corner. That could be a big play down at the 30 and finally pushed out of bounds on a big defensive stop by Brunswick, and boy, did they need that one.
We got another penalty flag on the field, though, after the play. See what the call is here.
Looked like that was Landon Kirchner that picked it off.
It'll be way after the interception. But
we'll get a replay on that one, Troy, but Eckerman rolling left. I thought he was going to throw that one away.
And that's what you got there. You got a confident 4-year quarterback. You got to take the good with the bad when they're going to try to squeeze it in those tight windows on the rollout.
Make sure we get the right number. Looked like that was Kirchner. Officials talking again. They have conferred a lot tonight, Troy, on exactly what they want to do. And we're down to 2:26 to go in the half.
Well, it was well after the interception, so it's going to be Brunswick ball no matter what. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, still waiting on the call.
Yeah, just make the call.
I think Jay Rohr's over there a few yards on the field wanting to know exactly what the call is going to be. One thing we are sure of, Troy, it's 14-0 Jackson. Other than that, let's see what they call.
There was a block in the back on the offense. That will be accepted. There was a personal foul, face mask on the defense. That will be declined. So White can
back
keep the ball.
on Brunswick and a face mask on Jackson. Are those offsetting, Troy?
No, they're not. They said that Brunswick declined the penalty.
Going to push the ball back upfield. Brunswick will continue to have possession.
But I don't. Why'd Brunswick I don't. Brunswick declined the penalty?
But they're going to push the football back to the...
His explanation makes absolutely no sense.
They call a block in the back on Brunswick, correct? And a face mask on Jackson?
Yeah, none of that makes any sense.
Well, it's 1st and 10. Barnett going to throw it and throws it wide to the receiver at the 35-yard line.
Don't forget to stick around for Akron Auto Auction halftime. I'm just trying to figure out why Brunswick would decline a penalty. Okay, he throws the pick right here as he's rolling. Okay, throws a pick. There's a block in the back, I guess, somewhere. But yeah, nice interception. Good job on that. I'm not sure. I don't know.
2:23 to go in the half. Brunswick trying to put some points on the board late here in the half. Barnett going to keep it. Runs over a couple polar bears and drags a few Jackson players with him. That's a great effort by the senior, Sean Barnett.
That is a powerful run. Jackson's got to keep Brunswick out of the end zone here because they get the ball to start the second half.
Well, put the football back in that young man's hands. That was impressive as he took on a couple of polar bears and got a quick 9. We're down to less than 2 minutes to go in the half. This is Nichols over the right side, and he's 225 pounds, and he's a bull trying to get that first down. He's got it. Down at the 27-yard line.
And now a little sense of urgency if you're Brunswick. You want to get to the line of scrimmage. As soon as they set the chains, that clock's going to stop. But I like how Nichols runs. And Joe, he's doing this as a two-way player. Running the football, toting the rock.
Everything they said about him is true. He is a heck of a player. And they're going to put the football in his hands if they can to try and get points on the board.
Only a sophomore. Oh, under center I.
Coming out of that I formation. Send a man in motion now.
What are we looking at, Joe? This is 1985.
Barnett in trouble. Trying to get away, and down he goes. He is sacked all the way back at the 39-yard line.
Nice job defensive. That's going to get a timeout called by Brunswick.
Boy, he rolled right, Troy. That didn't fool anybody. And the Blue Devils will quickly call a timeout with exactly 1 minute to go in the half.
Beaver Construction, Beaver Excavating, proudly located in Canton, Ohio. Recently worked with the Pro Football Hall of Fame and Museum, Massillon City Schools, Brown Local Schools, Canton City Schools, Talmadge Schools, Bridgeport, North Canton, Claymont City Schools. Their emphasis is on community and using the job sites as classroom when working with school districts. So I want to thank our good friends at Beaver Construction, Beaver Excavating. Folks, tax season's coming up. It may be 3 letters, but a lot of people think it's 4. You want to reach out to our good friends at Fireside Tax. Tim Singo and his crew at Fireside Tax, located here in Stark County. Tim Singo and his crew from Stark County. You can give him a call, or you can check him out on the web at firesidetax.com. That's firesidetax.com.
Hey, we're sharing the press box today with the Medina Gazette, and I want to compliment them because they put out an unbelievable preseason football tab. If you're up that way in August, make sure you get it. Boy, that is really fun to read. Pass is complete down at the 30-yard line.
Pass is complete to number 10, Anthony.
Gonna have to get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they got to hurry.
Because the clock's rolling. They're going to be snapping this probably at around 35 seconds.
Yeah, Barnett trying to hurry it up. Got Nichols to his right. Barnett trying to scramble out of trouble. Now throws downfield and underthrows his receiver at the 21-yard line. Threw it right at his feet. That stops the clock with exactly 30 seconds to go.
It's good job protection again. Scrambling.
I think they're trying to hit Gavin Moore down at the 21.
They're going to kick a field goal here.
It's going to be a long one.
48 yards.
Right in the middle of the field.
He's at a 42-yarder, I think, this year.
Vinny Itadorio. Long kick. It is up, and it is good.
Got it.
Wow, a line drive field goal. puts Brunswick on the board late here in the first half, and that's got to give them a lot of motivation now here at half as they get points on the board.
Yeah, Brunswick able to capitalize on the Eckerman interception. I think he kicked that off the turf too. And he puts it right through. That would have been good from over 50. That's a nice kick.
He drilled that.
Right down the pipes. That would have been good from about 55. Nice look. Great look once again from our guys at Image Video.
There you look at it, number 37 right in the middle of your screen. I'm not sure who's recruiting that young man, but get a leg like that, they've noticed somewhere.
It's a nice boot.
So Jackson's lead now is 14-3.
He's got the hooded sweatshirt on.
25 seconds to go here in the first half, and Jackson comes up close, expecting a onside kick.
No, why not? I mean, what do you got to lose? Because you might as well take a shot at it.
Max Kyles is going to come up to about the 15, and now they're going to fake that one, and Jackson will back off on the special teams unit. See what they decide to do. And that one is high and deep and into the end zone. Boy, this young man's got a leg, Troy.
He does. Let's see what Jackson, if they just come out, decide to kneel on, because Jackson does get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, they do. And let's see what Jay Rohr wants to do. I'd be surprised if they try and put that ball in the air. They're up 14-3. So why take a chance? I think if you're Jay Rohr, just take a snap, take a knee, and get in there and talk about it.
Yeah, give Eckerman a chance to catch his breath. He just threw the pick. Give your defense a chance to get settled down too.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll have the halftime stats. Take a look at some of the highlights. Troy will give us his thoughts on what we may see in the second half tonight. As we mentioned, the winner of this one gets Menor. A week from tonight up at Menor, who's the number 2 seed in Region 1. And that's what we expected. Eckerman takes a knee. And I'm pretty sure that'll do it. So we have played one half of football here at Robert Fife Stadium. It is Jackson 14, Brunswick 3. We're going to take a break, come back and talk about it, give you the stats and more right after this on Big Time Sports.
Speedy Septic Service. We are a family-owned, full-service residential, agricultural, and commercial sewer and drain cleaning service. We have highly trained technicians equipped to utilize the most advanced technologies in high-pressure jetting and video inspections of sewers, with many of them with us for over 12 years. We have expanded our services, including Tuscarawas County operations and maintenance and point-of-sale inspections. Call 330-878-5423. Speedy Septic Service.
With Bell Store's Bell Buddy Rewards, you save in-store and at the pump. New members receive 20 cents off per gallon as a welcome gift. Everyday savings are made easy. Instantly enjoy 3 cents off per gallon just for being a member. When you spend $25 in store, unlock an extra 5 cents off per gallon on your next fill-up. Buy 5, get 1 free. Track your drinks and earn free coffee, fountain, icy, and espresso with drink clubs. So start saving today. Download the Bell Stores app and sign up for Bell Buddy Rewards.
You're only as good as your people. And what we've done here is that we've created a culture where people flourish.
We don't want it to be a transaction. We want it to be something where there's a consultative approach, a relationship that allows us to really, one, ensure our customer the right way, but then two, to let them understand the value of getting to work with us.
It's an extreme amount of satisfaction for this team that we have right now. We've developed a team that is solely based on relationships.
Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams for our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern.
There are 87,000 new IRS agents. Fireside Tax is the best accounting value in Stark County. With audit defense and identity theft restoration through Protection Plus, Fireside Tax can help you deal with the new agent. Fireside Tax has been in business for over 18 years and provides tax, accounting, and payroll services, including flat fee accounting and flat fee payroll. Fireside Tax also handles individual and small business income tax returns.
Attention golfers, be sure to visit Willie's Custom Golf in Stroudsburg. Willie's features 3 TrackMan simulators to sharpen your game. Enjoy the outdoor and indoor driving range and browse in our fully stocked pro shop. Private lessons available from our golf professionals. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Willie's Custom Golf has it all. For
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at Robert Five Stadium. We were at halftime, week number 1 of the state football playoffs, and Jackson leads it 14-3. Troy, let's take a look at those highlights and the stats.
Well, thank you for joining us for Akron Auto Auction halftime report. Brought to you by our good friends Chad Bailey and Company at the Akron Auto Auction. As we take a look here, that's the Brunswick band coming out here. Let's take a look at our stats. Brought to you by our friends at the Akron Auto Auction. Not much offense for Brunswick, just 12 yards rushing. Bears doing a nice job, 86. Passing yards, 46 for the Devils. Bears coming up with 89. First downs, Brunswick not able to put together drives, 3-10. Penalties of what's really hurt Brunswick tonight. 8 for 65, 4 for 20 for the Bears. 1 turnover for Brunswick, 2 for Jackson. A big turnover at the end that you'll see here on the highlights, which led to a Brunswick getting their only points of the game on a long field goal, Joe.
As we said, Jackson leads it 14-3. And Troy, if you're taking a look at the highlights here, what do you see?
Well, there's that spin we saw going for the end zone, but fumbles recovered by Eckerman. He's going to get 6 points on that. These highlights brought to you by Akron Auto Auction. Here you see a nice bounce run to the outside.
That's a big play, got him out of trouble.
Yeah, he really does. Gets him out of the end zone. He's so deceptively fast and quick on that. Coming up here. Nice catch. Just where he plays a little pinball action, spinning in for the second touchdown for the Bears. Yeah, and we're going to get to see double look at it, this time from ground level. I just love how he bounces off. That's like a drill you do at practice. And he does it to perfection as he gets a little convoy into the little end zone there, a little C.W. McCall action. But here we see Eckerman's pick here at the end that's going to lead to Brunswick's only point as this gets taken all the way. He gets about 8 yards on the return after he runs about 220. And there's some penalties we couldn't quite figure out what that was. Big sack coming up for the Bears. But it doesn't matter because Brunswick's got a kid with a leg, Joe. As he's going to belt in one here from almost 50. And the referees are excited on that one. And that's going to bring us to halftime. That's how we have a score, 14-3.
Yeah, that was Reese Myers, number 48 on the sack, and then the field goal by Benny Teodoro. And that's where we stand right now, 14-3 at halftime. We're going to take a break, come back with second half action right here on Big Time Sports.
The newly remodeled 30-acre Akron Auto Auction, located at 2471 Lay Drive in Akron. Our weekly auction starts at 9 a.m. every Tuesday. Our public auction offers repossessions and U.S. government vehicles. Akron Auto Auction makes buying and selling with confidence as effortless as possible. We're open to dealers and the public. Check current weekly inventory or learn more at akronautauction.com or call 330-773-8245.
Introducing Pizza Oven, a legacy since 1956. For decades, we've delighted taste buds with our authentic flavors. Indulge in our scrumptious menu, carefully crafted to satisfy every craving. From crispy pizzas to fresh salads, tender chickens to savory pasta, we have it all. Visit pizzaoven56.com and experience the taste of tradition at your fingertips. Pizza Oven, serving Northeast Ohio at our 10 locations.
LodgeVision Technologies is a locally owned IT service management group in Winesburg, Ohio. If your small business has technology needs ranging from workstation setups to network management, filtering, and cybersecurity, LodgeVision Technologies has the team and experience to create a solution unique to your business. Our goal is to simplify your business by taking the complexity and difficulty out of technology. Contact LodgeVision Technologies and experience a true peace of mind with all of your technology needs.
Dumont Sporting Goods has been outfitting winning teams since 1977. Put Doug Clark and his experienced staff to work for your team. See them for school jackets, silk screening, and embroidery. Dumont's is especially proud to be your exclusive area Russell Athletic Team Specialist. All of the name brands you love close to home. That's Dumont's Sporting Goods on Tuscarawas Avenue in downtown Dover. Team specialist since 1977.
Vitamins and minerals, feeding champions since 1983.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at Robert Five Field here at Jackson. Halftime, Jackson leads at 14-3. And before today's second half kickoff, I want to remind you tonight's kickoff is being brought to you by Van Nostrand, Young & Coots, asking you when was the last time you reviewed your insurance coverage. There's enough uncertainty in the world. Make sure you have the right business, auto, and life insurance protection. Van Nostrand, Young & Coots is an independent insurance agency, and they're here to help you, your business, and your family.
Yeah, I got to give credit here to the band for Brunswick as they dressed up tonight. They're walking in front of us right here. There are some pretty good costumes tonight. Some were pretty smart, gone with like the full body costumes to stay warm tonight. But I gotta give them credit. They were very creative, and that's one of the great things I think with high school sports, Joe.
No, you're right.
Is their buddies on their football team, you got buddies in the band. They get a chance to dress up. I just think that's original and fun.
I half expected to see you in costume tonight, Troy.
Well, I was a 6 today at school, and another teacher was a 7. So you don't understand that, but anyone out there who has children or teaches at a middle school or gets annoyed by numbers being said repeatedly will understand the 6 and the 7.
I heard the kids over in North Kent were lined up at your house because of the
I was actually in Wadsworth.
Oversized Snickers bars you were giving away. Here's the kickoff in the second half, and that's going to go all the way down at the 4-yard line, coming right up the middle of the
he's got
field.
a seam.
And he's got some room to the right side, and finally, I think the kicker got him.
The kicker. Joe,
he did.
I know.
But he may have gone head high. That may be a penalty on the kicker, maybe a face mask. We'll have to wait and see, but
it's a
that
big
one
kicker.
broke open, Troy, and then the kicker got him.
Yeah, the kicker got him. That's not what you want to ever hear is the kick return. The kicker got you. He's going to get razzed by his buddies like that. But that was a nice tackle by the kicker.
Yeah.
Coming up to make the play. But I think we might get 15 tacked onto it. But actually, Joe, I was up near Brunswick and Wadsworth handing out candy last week for trick or treat.
One of my favorite times as a kid growing up was trick or treat.
I'll tell you what I liked as a little kid was all the Halloween cartoon specials. Charlie Brown, I Got a Rock. Garfield, Pac-Man, all those ones. But now kids don't understand how important that used to be back in the day because you've got all the cartoons are on 24/7. It used to be a big deal, Joe, to get to watch a cartoon at night as a little kid during the week.
I can imagine that was a thrill for you, Troy.
These referees, we're getting a lot of discussions tonight for the officials.
Here we go, finally. Mr. Shaw, the referee.
Number 30. That penalty is declined. Personal foul. Face mask. Number 37. That penalty will be accepted.
Yeah, that's the face mask.
I don't think I've heard holding on the kickoff team. That's interesting. So Jackson's going to get the ball in pretty good field position here. See if we can see the hold. That was a good deep kick. Great return. And I'll tell you, it parted here. He had one man to beat, and that was the kicker. Great job of fighting off the block by the kicker, but that is definitely a face mask. He He reached in there and ripped him down. That's a pretty easy call for the official.
That's going to move the football all the way down to the Brunswick 35-yard line. Look at the ball, the 45-yard line. They're going to put on that right hash. Underway here in the second half. Jackson up 14-3, trying to add on here early. As we said, the winner goes up to Mentor on Friday night. Take on the number 2 seed Mentor. Big hole in that right side. That's Jacobs, who got tripped up after about a 4 or 5 yard gallop down to the about the 41.
Nice job of the linebacker filling here, as it looked like he had some room to run. The linebacker does a nice job filling, makes a good tackle there.
Here he comes again, trying to tiptoe his way through the defense, and nothing doing. They're going to stop him right there. Maybe have lost a little bit, but not much. They're going to put the football right back at the 41. It'll be 3rd and about 6.
And this is where Jackson's going to set up one of their RPO plays. You want to get those linebackers rolling uphill. They're starting to get a little greedy. You made a couple of nice plays at the line of scrimmage. Put it in that tailback's belly, ride him a little bit, pull it out, and hit the quick slant.
See what Jay Rohr decides to do on 3rd and long. And this is going to cost Jackson 5 yards. Looked like the left side of that Polar Bear offensive line was ahead of the snap. That'll be their 3rd procedure penalty of the night.
And that is what they were going to do. They had the RPO play called as well.
Looked like the left tackle jumped, Troy, and you could see that from up here. Just a jerk of the shoulders, and that's all it took. That'll push the football back and make it 3rd and about 10.5 for 11. Empty backfield for Eckerman. Lucas thrown over the middle, has it out there, and Powell's was the guy that
just a little too tall, and that's going to be a punt.
Kyles is only 5'7".
Yeah, just puts a little too much mustard on it. He tries to climb the ladder to get this and can't do it. So that's going to force the Bears to punt.
Say, pound for pound, Max Kyle's one of the better football players in Stark County. Hardly ever leaves the field, although he'll leave it right now, as Jackson's going to punt it away. Cooper Miser going to kick that one, and that is going to take a Jackson bounce down at the 1. Did they keep it in bounds? I think they did.
If it is, it's going to be right at the goal line. And they're going to have it right at the goal line.
About a 1 yard line, maybe a little bit closer. Maybe the nose of the football inside the 1. Yeah, 2 or 4 Polar Bears down there.
Take a look at this
trying to down it.
And they think the Brunswick wants them that they slid into the end zone, but he didn't. He did a nice job of keeping that ball right at the 1 yard line. I don't know, the ball has to go in any part of the receiving man, so I think someone just thinks he was in the end zone. They had a really good angle over 150 yards away up here in the bleachers to be able to see that. So that was good.
Brunswick now will come out down 14-3, trying to get something going here in the 3rd quarter, first possession of the half, and they're going to run the football out close to the 3, maybe the 4.
Just want to get some breathing room here, at least get it out to the 5.
Gavin Valek was the guy that got the call. Take a look at him right there. Trying to run it out of trouble. Down 14-3. They get in the end zone, Troy. We got a football game. Let's see what they can do. They're going to throw a little pass out to the right. And that is caught by Gavin Moore.
And more importantly for Brunswick, that's a first down, gets them outside of the 10. And that is a big first down, because now if you do have to punt, you're not punting from your own end zone. Nice look there on our Altman replay. Great job by the Polar Bears secondary coming up to make plays.
Very good look at Gavin Moore as he lined up wide right.
Little counter, inside counter, gone under center, a little old wing. Looks like a wing T play almost there as they go with that inside counter.
Short yardage.
Brunswick gives you a lot of different looks offensively, a lot of different formations. This time they go under center, they try the little inside counter. Ball almost pops loose, as we've seen that lay on the turf tonight. Really the first real cold night of the year, Joe. And sometimes as a running back, that could affect your hands.
Eli Nichols that had the call on that one. Barnett going to throw. Flag goes down again. Has a man out there. It's going to be caught. Big play. At the 30. At the 20. At the 10. And into the end zone. Will it count? That's the big question.
Nope. I think they're going to bring it back.
I think they are bringing it back. Boy, a perfect pass. Great catch. And that's all for naught, I think, as they're going to stand back at the 9-yard line and bring it back.
Chop block.
That's a punch in the gut right now for this Brunswick offense that thought they'd come up with the biggest play of the game.
Not a lot of happiness here on the Brunswick sidelines.
Boy, come right back
trying
with
to
that
find
one.
the shot. I'm trying to see there. I guess that was the one right at the bottom of your screen, but that was perfect. He got. We've seen the receivers tonight, Joe, get separation, but this is the first time we've seen either quarterback be able to connect on the deep ball in the Altman replay. But all for naught.
Yeah, that was Gavin Moore that caught it and ran away from the Polar Bear secondary. Now they're going to march this one back.
Bottom right. Oh, there you see the chop block. He goes right for his knee, Joe. I think it was the center or the right guard. So that was a good call by the official.
Usually don't see that called a lot. The middle of the line, but they caught that one. Somebody stood him up, then somebody got him low.
You used to see those all the time on like pop passes, but no one really throws those. And the pop pass was kind of the precursor to the RPO.
There, take a look at Sean Barnett. He's going to take this snap back at the 1-yard line. Looks left, throws left, ball caught. And good move up the field to about the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
Nice chunk play
Cohen
there.
Asa was the guy that caught it.
And they give themselves a manageable, it's going to be third and about 8. So they give themselves a manageable third down here by completing that pass. And once again, the secondary for Jackson coming up and making some, who again, but Brady Sheets coming up and making another tackle for the Bears. He is all over the field tonight for Jackson.
Down to 8.5 to go in the third quarter. Jackson with that 14-3 lead.
Jackson changed up their defense here a little bit.
Barnett going to roll right. In trouble. Throws downfield and incomplete.
And that time having to throw across his body as he gets rushed.
That's Gavin Moore he tried to find.
It's going to be incomplete. He's forced to scramble here. Good coverage again by Sheetson on that. But it's at the feet, that's tough to throw on the run. Should be good field position here for the Bears.
Max Kyle standing back at about the 45-yard line. Kyle's a little guy, we mentioned about 5'7", 150, but he's electric now on these punts and kickoffs.
Nice high punt.
Going to call for a fair catch right at, and he fumbles it at the 45.
Held on to it.
That's the second time the Polar Bears had fumbled a punt. The first time Brunswick recovered. This time
another penalty.
They get it back.
Andrea Scazza has judicial experience that matters. As magistrate of the Massillon Municipal Court, Andrea Scazza has presided over more than 40,000 cases. Andrea Scazza is the only candidate to earn the endorsement of the Massillon-Henderson Lodge FOP number 105 to receive a rating of highly recommended by the Committee on Judiciary of the Stark County Bar Association. As current magistrate, former director, and prosecutor, Andrea Scazza has the necessary experience to be your next judge. Vote for experience, vote for Andrea Scazza, paid for by Scazza for Judge Committee, Margaret Elam, Treasurer.
It looks like they're going to bring it back and kick it again, Troy. Flag went down right at the 45-yard line. Everybody heading back down that end of the field.
Brunswick just can't catch a break, Joe. A lot of personal fouls tonight on Brunswick.
Now take a look, just the first half. Looks like Brunswick has some pretty good individual talent. I like some of their players, I really have, and some penalties have hurt them. But they're in this football game. They can score. It's only 14-3 and a long way to go.
If I'm Jackson, I might want to start coming for a punt here, as Brunswick's going to have a late arriving player on the field.
Yeah, Kyles is now going to stand right at midfield. Vinny DiTittorio will stand right in the middle of the end zone. Here comes the pressure.
Nice
look
boomer.
at high kick. Boy, this is a booming punt all the way back inside the 45. Kyle's looking for a block, going to turn the corner, and out of bounds.
Got a flag, though, Joe.
At the 36-yard line, and another flag, Troy?
Yeah, why not?
Boy, what a punt out of the end zone, though.
I just can't get over the number of penalties we're seeing here in week 11.
It's going to cost Jackson some yardage.
Don't forget to stick around for our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game. We'll be selecting the iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game. They'll receive a free month-long cryo pass to iCryo at Belden Village. Folks, you know, you talk about the big thing is those GLP-1, the weight loss shots. They have those at iCryo. They have IV injection, red light therapy. To recover from that hard workout, flu season's come up. They've got shots for that as well. You want to stop over at iCryo in Belden Village. You got a basketball player, a wrestler coming up. iCryo is where you want to go.
1st and 10 for the Polar Bears. The Brunswick 48-yard line. Ackerman going deep and throws it out there and interferes, but it's picked off by Brunswick. Coming up the right side. And down he'll go at the 21, but what will the flag?
Oh, we got a fight on the field right there. Oh, players are going to get ejected now.
Boy, you hate to see this.
This is just bad. This is bad.
Not sure what
this
happened.
Is a huge brawl. This is crazy. There are going to be multiple ejections.
And you don't want to have ejections when you got another game to be played by one of these teams.
It's still not over. They're still going at it.
I'm not sure what happened.
I have not seen anything like this ever.
Since that Maslin.
Never on a game we have done. I mean,
Maslin
Joe,
game with.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see. There are going to be a lot of ejections now.
I can't see. I was looking at the interception and the flag, Troy. I did not look back upfield till you mentioned there was a fight. I'm not sure exactly what caused it, but that was a heck of a scrum right at midfield, involved a lot of players.
Well, it started with 2 players were on the ground, literally, Joe, haymakers at each other. And then more got involved and more got involved. It's going to take the referees a little bit of time to sort this out.
I mentioned the last time there was a problem like that in Stark County is that Maslin, I think Bishop Ritter problem. Now Maslin, of course, players were not involved in that. That was all the visiting team, but that's the last incident I can remember here in Stark County.
Here's the interception. Don't know what the penalty was there that the referee threw during the interception. You're not going to. There's a great tackle. You're not going to see anything here. But it's off the screen. There are 2 players on the field throwing haymakers at each other. Then we're going to pan up here. We don't get to see that, but.
Well, Coach Cole Carter's brought his entire team together in a huddle right below us, along with Jay Rohr across the way. They're going to have to sort this one out, Troy. I agree there'll probably be some suspensions. Hate to see that because one of these teams is going to play next Friday night.
Yeah, one of them's going to be down several players. Because it's supposed to be if you throw one punch, you're supposed to be done.
Depends how many officials actually were close to the incident, what they saw.
Let's see what they say here. Referee thought he was going to turn on his mic.
Referee's coming over to talk with Coach Carter from Brunswick.
Well, we saw the Lukens kid get ejected earlier this year for nothing. Then that got appealed to the OHSAA due to the footage we had, and that got overturned, his suspension for it. Kid just threw his helmet off. I mean, it's just, that's what they're going to say here.
Yeah, they're trying to settle down some of the Brunswick players. I'm sure Jackson
they're talking.
also
The referee's
trying to control
talking.
some people.
Joe.
Just trying to get things under control here at Robert Five Stadium.
2 white, 3 white, 55 white, 4 blue, and 55 blue. All
6 players total, four for Brunswick and 2 for Jackson. 55 for Jackson, and I'm not sure what the other number was, if that was maybe 1 for
I hate to.
That was for Brunswick. There were 4 ejected for Brunswick. There were 2 for Jackson.
Well, until we get the official call, it's hard to speculate exactly.
Yeah. Well, that was the official call right there, Joe. They just told us.
Pick up all the number. They're going to call pass interference, I think, on Brunswick, and a pass they intercepted. Which, when the ball goes in the air, it's anybody's football, Troy, but.
Well, let's just get back to playing the game. This is taking forever. Brunswick has 4 guys ejected. Jackson has 2, and they'll be suspended. Either way, they're going to be suspended for the next game.
I'm not sure if those players have to go back to the locker room. Can they stay on the sidelines?
Well, I think one's being escorted off here for Brunswick. Wait, so maybe it was 4 for Jackson were ejected?
Well, there's 7:44 to go in the third quarter. The score is 14-3. Jackson, on that last pass, Brunswick had the interception heading back upfield.
We'll have to see if we can hear a replay of who all was ejected.
And then the fight broke out right in the middle of the field. And they're going to give the football to Jackson. Even though the pass was intercepted, they called interference on the defense, even though they picked it off, Troy. And now we're going to have a penalty. It looked like Brunswick jumped the count. Well, it cost them 5 yards.
Well, the big thing is right now the referees need to make sure they take control of this game and not allow another fight to break out.
Well, that's also up to the coaches to settle their players down too. I mean, the officials will officiate the game, but the coaches have to, and the captains also have to let the players know that they're not going to put up with this. See what happens the rest of the way with 7 minutes plus to go in the third. Eckerman going to throw in the sidelines, and it is caught and out of bounds.
It's a nice catch on the sideline. Regenbaugh there with a nice reception on the sideline. Take a look at our Altman replay. Gets rid of it. Going to get him inside the 25.
Hot dogs are on sale $1 for the rest of the game while supplies last. $1 hot dogs.
Right now, the referees would like to keep everyone inbounds here just to keep the clock running to try to.
Well, it's still a football game. It's only 14-3 and a long way to go. Ackerman going to throw and overthrows Cowles. Try to throw a little pass out to the left. Cowles couldn't get it.
They list the ejection. It was kind of hard to hear them up here.
Well, Corey Jacobs, the running back number 4, is no longer in that backfield for Jackson. Not to speculate, but I would assume that maybe he's one of the players that was suspended. And if that's the case, that would be a big loss for Jackson if they continue to win this football game next week against Mentor, #1 running back. Eckert rolling left, sidelines, and incomplete. Again, Max Cowles was the guy that they tried to get the football to.
Well, and Jackson's just gone totally away from their run game now. This possession's only taken off about 7 seconds.
Clock stopped with exactly 7 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Jackson had the halftime lead of 14-3, and that's where we sit right now. Ackerman again, little flanker screen. Cowles has it, and down he goes on a big hit right at the 20.
Nice job defensively there by Brunswick. Going to be short of the first down. Going to bring up 4th down. They're going to try for the field goal here. This will be about a
37-yarder.
Yeah, 37-yarder
on
from
the right hash.
Going to attempt a 37-yard field goal, number 92, Cooper Mazier.
Let's watch the snap and the hold from 37 yards away from the right hash. Kick is up long enough, high enough, and it is perfect. So Jackson adds 3 more points to the total. It is 17-3 Polar Bears. We're coming right back with more on the Big Time Sports Game of the Week.
Treat your family to the best in dining pleasure at Chibo's Restaurant in Waynesburg. The very best in homemade pasta, rigatoni, and spaghetti will delight your appetite. And the homemade rolls and bread are menu favorites. Visit Chibo's once and you'll become a regular. Other popular items like chicken, ham, and veal parmesan highlight our menu. Take the short drive to great food at Chibo's in Waynesburg.
At Wayne Door, we are your trusted partner in helping you build your dream home with quality technicians who pay attention to every detail so you won't have to pay costly future repairs. At Wayne Door, we only install high-quality products to protect your family for generations to come. We have your whole house covered with garage doors, windows, and more. So choose the team at Wayne Door. People you can trust since 1973. Visit WayneDoor.com for a free quote today.
Unleash the champion in you at T-County Boxing Academy. From beginners to seasoned pros, our classes are tailored for every age and skill level. Get ready to jab, hook, and cross your way to greatness with our expert trainers. Join a community where everyone is welcome to embrace the power within. It's not just a workout, it's a journey to a stronger, more confident you. T-County Boxing Academy, where champions are made. Sign up now and step into the ring of endless possibilities.
The all-new 2026 Chevy Equinox is here at Bear Chevrolet Toyota. Sleek, smart, and ready for summer fun. With advanced tech, bold styling, and room for the whole crew, it's the perfect ride for every adventure. Stop in today, take a spin, and see why everyone's talking about the new Equinox. Bear Chevrolet Toyota on the Wabash in New Philadelphia.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
Joe Dunn, Troy Richardson back at Robert Five Stadium. Midway through the third quarter, Jackson leads at 17-3. As we said, the winner on the road next week up at Menor in round number 2, week number 2 of the playoffs.
Here's the field goal again, right to the uprights.
Jackson now will kick it off from that right hash. That one is going to go all the way right at the goal line. So Brunswick will take over 1st and 10, down 17-3 with 6:48 to go in the third quarter.
I'm surprised we haven't had a penalty in a while. Oh my gosh. Oh, there was a penalty.
Yeah, they're going to bring it back.
So many flags tonight.
Well, we were down at Canton South.
They might be on pace to beat that South Fairless game.
I think you were down there with me.
I was, yeah.
How many penalties were there that night? We were
20 some.
Number 21, Cohen Issa.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's hard for the game to get into a rhythm when you got this many penalties and no one can string together first downs. Well, Brunswick should get the ball in pretty good field position here.
Yeah, the return man all the way up to the 15-yard line. Major will do it again. And this one is going to come down and bounce into the end zone. No return. Let it bounce at about the 9, and into the end zone it went. So the Blue Devils come out with the offense led by senior Sean Barnett to see if they can move the football.
Haven't been able to move it much tonight.
As we said, a number of playoff games involving Stark County teams all over the area. Columbus, Northland over at Hoover. Hoover the big lead in that one. Green up at Garfield Heights was hanging in against, I think, a 9-1 Garfield Heights team.
I'd say Coach Geist does a great job at Green. They knocked off Lake to get into the playoffs. It looks like they might hold on to win a playoff game. Almost pulled that upset a few years ago against Massillon in the playoffs.
Barnett's pass is complete.
Nice catch.
Up to the 29-yard line.
Brady Sheets again in there on the
Tyler
tackle.
Burke was the guy that caught that one, I believe.
Burke with the catch. Brady Sheets coming up again, making the play. Good look there at the RPO. Nice ground level look.
2nd and 1. Barnett scrambles, now throws, and diving
nice
catch caught at the 41. And they say it hit the turf.
They say it hit the turf.
And the Brunswick coaches can't believe it.
Brunswick coach better he's going to have to watch himself here because he's close.
Well, they looked out on the field, and
here's a replay, Joe.
Let's see if we can watch it here on the replay.
Kind of tough to see on that, but I don't know.
Another look from ground level. Got a better look here.
Ooh. Well, no doubt on that one. He caught that one for a first down.
Up at the 40-yard line.
Yep, left no doubt on that. Brunswick able to get a first down here. They left no doubt making sure that was a catch.
Well, they're down 17-3, but the good thing for the Blue Devils, you got a lot of time. There's 6 minutes left in the third quarter if they can score here. Barnett going to keep it. Trying to turn the corner. Takes on a tackler all the way at the 46-yard line.
I tell you, that's a nice job on first down. Opens up your playbook on second down. Got to make it second about, you tried to run the jet. No one ever matched with them there. As there looks like some miscommunication. But open up the playbook here on second down.
That's the second time we've seen Barnett take on some Jackson tacklers. As we mentioned, he's 6'4". He's a tough kid at quarterback.
Little bunch formation.
2nd and 5. Barnett trying to run out of trouble. Now pitches the football to Nichols. Here he comes.
It's a good person to pitch to.
Turns the corner down the sidelines. He'll have a first down and plus all the way down at the Jackson 44.
Nichols is a good one to pitch to, Joe.
Boy, that was a big play because Barnett was on his way down.
Yep, he was. He just gets rid of it. That's actually a backwards pass, a fumble.
And then Nichols at 225 pounds says, let me take the rest of this team on myself. Around the corner, he went for a big first down.
He's a big one to rumble.
Brunswick, I think, in 4-down territory already. Here comes Barnett again. And he's got another first down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Polar Bears got to bring him down. But he's down to the 34-yard line.
Barnett making some plays here. Jackson defense not flying around like they were earlier.
Another first down for the Blue Devils.
Nice open field tackle there by a host of Polar Bears. Look like Sheets in on that one again.
We got Nichols in at running back, who's 225. You got Barnett at 6'4" quarterback. Now he's all by himself in the backfield on 1st and 10. Gonna run that sweep to the right. Good move. Still on his feet. Still down his feet and down at the 18. Great effort by Anthony Gamboa.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brunswick got some life into him here as they're moving the football on this drive. There it is on the jet, on the Altman replay. They're eating up chunks of yardage here.
Mixing it up too.
Yeah, Jackson seems to be a little discombobulated here defensively.
1st and 10.
Jet the other way.
Here they come again. Again, good yardage, and again, Brunswick takes tacklers with them. They're down inside the 10 at the 9-yard line.
They are just gashing this Jackson defense.
Cohen Asa was the guy that came. They got an injured Blue Devil, though, back at the 22.
Trying to turn up field.
It's like one of their offensive linemen. Looks like Preston Zayed is the guy that is down. But, man, they are really turning up the heat on this Polar Bear defense. they get into the end zone, Troy, we got a one-score game.
Yeah, I mean, they've just got to find a way here as they're taking a look at their injured player on the field. And the coaches still are not happy with the referees.
Jackson led it 14-3 at halftime. They have tacked on a field goal here in the third quarter to lead it 17-3. But Brunswick on this drive has really been dominating. Runs, passes, doing a little bit of everything, Troy.
Yeah, good balance here. I think Jackson, they kind of got away from their run game. They said, our running back's gone, we're just going to throw it. I think they can still run the football. And Jackson's defense is just, Jackson better get their defense on the field. This wasn't a timeout.
Watching it on the Altman
little
replay.
leg width there got him. Got caught with a heel in the back of the leg. Might end up with a Baker's cyst.
Here comes Nichols. The big guy rumbles to the goal line to the end zone. Made a great cut at about the 6, and nobody got in his way. And we've got a football game, Troy, with 4:07 to go in the third.
Papa Bear's big play replay. There he is again. He cuts it back across the green, right in, the sophomore running back with a big play.
Vinny DiTordo now will come in and try the extra point. Kick is up, definitely far enough. It is perfect. So here we go. Buckle up. 4:07 to go in the third. It is 17-10 Jackson.
Long game tonight, Joe. That's a nice job by Brunswick answering right back. Coming back right down the field. Don't forget we'll have our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the game at the end of the game. There you get a look at the young sophomore coming up with a big run. He's done it both offensively and defensively tonight. But Joe, right now the question mark is,
can Jackson stop it?
Yeah, I mean, Brunswick was nothing offensively in the first half, started the second half, and then all of a sudden, they just sprung to life after the fight, and they just were able to put the points up. Can Jackson move the football at all?
Well, the way Brunswick moved on that drive, if I'm the Polar Bear defense, I'd be a little concerned if they get it back, because they are now only a touchdown away on an extra point from tying up this football game.
Well, we talked about in our keys to the game, you're Jackson, you don't want field goals, you want touchdowns, and they had to settle for a field goal.
Back to receive number 10, number 16,
I'll tell you, a lot of energy right now on the Brunswick sidelines.
Yeah, they're jumping up and down in front of us. First time we've seen that type of enthusiasm on the sidelines, and Polar Bears across the way with that 7-point lead will get the football. DiTordo now will boot it away, high end over and kick, and that's going to be taken right at the 8-yard line, coming up the right side.
Got a seam.
A little bit of a seam, but down he goes at the 29-yard line, maybe the 30, where they'll spot it on that right hash. So I think this is a big series for Jackson, Troy. They go 3 and out. Momentum has definitely shifted in this football game.
Well, that last series, they only took about, I think, not very much time off the clock. I think they got to try to see if they can run the ball at all here. I don't know who's out for them, but they've got to be able to try to run the football a little bit.
Well, we have not seen Corey Jacobs since that fight, and we are pretty sure he was one of the ejected players. He got number 24, Ty Jackson, and he got a new quarterback too. And a little pass to the right, not much there, maybe a couple yards. But Carter Millman, 6'5", 200-pound junior, who we've seen off and on this year. He's had some outstanding games for the Polar Bears. And now he comes in relief of Lucas Eckerman.
And Joe, he has put up some good numbers this year.
Yes, he has. Outstanding athlete. He's at least a 2 or 3 sport athlete at Jackson. So you're bringing a kid in that's played a lot of football.
If you look at it, he's actually put up a little bit better numbers than Eckerman at times.
He'll roll left, throws, and nearly picked off. Wow, the Blue Devils had 2 shots in it.
A couple of different players had shots at that, Joe.
On the ricochet, Anthony Gamboa almost had it. And it looked like that was Braden Miles that also maybe had a shot at it.
So big third down play here.
Yeah, 3rd and about 8 for Jackson. So a big play on both sides of the football. As the clock is down to 3:19 in the 3rd. Molman drops, looking, throwing deep, man-to-man coverage, and that is incomplete down at the 26-yard line.
And Jackson has basically come out and said, we can't run the football now. We have got to throw every time.
And just like that, Brunswick's going to get the football back.
Well, Jackson got away with a hold there, too. That's a nice deep ball, though. Good coverage.
Anthony Gamboa, number 10, standing back at the 26-yard line to bring back this Polar Bear punt. High kick. Gamboa takes a look, going to let it bounce. Taking a bounce all the way down inside the, well, they're going to mark it, I think, close to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I thought you could let that roll a little bit more. So let's see what Brunswick can do here. Joe, we still got a whole quarter to play after this.
Yeah, Brunswick, right now, you got to feel momentum has shifted to the Blue Devils, Troy. And when that Jackson offense came out and went 3 and out, that just kind of lit up the sidelines for the Blue Devils. And here they come again with Sean Barnett back at quarterback with an empty backfield. Going to roll right, going to run the football, trying to turn the corner, and takes on again one of the Polar Bears. Boy, he turned the corner and took on one of the Polar Bears. That was Brett Andrews, number 5, that came up at 165-pound junior. And that was a collision, Troy.
That's just a direct snap. It goes out of bounds. Clock stops. 2:53 here in the 3rd.
Gave it about 5 on the play. Barnett again.
Looks to go
little
deep.
Fake. Going to throw a little swing pass out. And they're going to be pretty good yardage over the 20 to about the 22. That was Nichols that caught it.
That'll be a first down.
And if I'm Brunswick, I get the football into that young man's hands at any chance I get.
Oh, yeah, every time. All the momentum is just swung here to Brunswick since the fight.
Yeah, if you're Jackson on defense, somebody's got to make a big play. Somebody's got to cause a fumble, pick one off, do something to get that momentum back. Brunswick's got it on 1st and 10. Barnett looking right, throws, ball is caught, comes upfield and takes 3 Polar Bears to bring him down at the 27.
Good swarming defense by Jackson, getting the stop there on first down. Only a pickup of about 3 here for Issa, but a nice job of swarming, getting
quick 5 yards. Under 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And Barnett taking a look over at head coach Cole Carter to get the call.
There's that counter again.
Little counter play, and that's not going to get him much. Jackson defends that one after a short gain of maybe no gain at all.
I think he might have lost it a little bit on that.
Try a little misdirection, Troy, and Jackson's defense didn't buy it. Going to be 3rd and I'd say about 6, maybe 7.
Big 3rd down here if Jackson's defense can get off the field. They've struggled at times tonight getting the stops on 3rd down. We don't want to see a penalty either.
Barnett trying to run out of there. Little flip ahead. It's caught. And do they have the first down?
Looks like they got it. Nice job.
That was a flip ahead.
Like a little, that's an old Bernie Kosar shovel pass right there.
He was ready to go down again.
We've seen him do that a couple of times tonight. It's kind of like Houdini on the Papa Bears big play replay.
Tamasinas was the guy that caught it.
Little flick right there.
That's a Blue Devil first down at the 35. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd.
throw.
Barnett again, looking downfield. Now he's going to take off, and Jackson can't bring him down. And he's got a quick 8 or 9 yards.
He's gonna be short of the first down, but a big play there. Why are the referees stopping the clock?
Yeah, I'm not sure why. They got an injured Blue Devil. Oh, Jackson Polar Bears down at the 30-yard line off to the left.
Right there again, another big play.
That's a 6'4" quarterback, and they can't bring him down, Troy.
No, we got a couple of players look like they're cramped up right here. They're stretching them out. Just stretch
We're down
them
to
out.
32 seconds to go in the third quarter.
I think that Brunswick will probably take the quarter then, decide what to do.
Polar Bears have never trailed. They led 7-0, 14-0, 14-3, 17-3, and now 17-10. There's the Jackson defense trying to regroup over there across the way.
Now they're hopping up there. That's what we like to see.
That's Jared Kaiser, number 45, linebacker. He's going to be okay.
See, I'd be surprised if Brunswick even runs a play here. They'll probably just take the quarter and decide what to do.
Well, you got 32 seconds left.
They don't have to run a play. Well, maybe they will.
Boy, as much momentum as they got going, I'd go ahead and run it. I won't give Jackson's defense time to regroup a little bit. Barnett looking right, in trouble, and they're going to get him.
Yeah, that was a big play there by the Jackson defense to finally get to him and get the sack. That's why you maybe think about it the quarter, so you make sure everybody's on the same page and catch your breath.
That was Wilfredo Martinez, the 240-pound junior that got him. Angel Martinez also in there.
And they only had to get a yard. I'm surprised they just didn't run it. That's going to be the quarter.
That'll be the end of the third quarter, but we got a football game, guys. Stay with us. One full quarter left to go. From Robert 5 Stadium, it's Jackson 17, Brunswick 10.
Beaver Constructors is a full-service general contractor delivering top-notch commercial construction management, general contracting, and design-build services across Ohio. We prioritize doing things the right way, ensuring the highest quality in every project from critical infrastructure to facility improvements. Beaver Excavating excels in heavy civil contracting for commercial, industrial, and transportation sectors. We believe in making a positive impact through community involvement and client satisfaction.
It's always that personal touch that they know you.
Primetime has people that can help you through every step of the way, and when you're my age, you need that extra help.
You don't want a lot of questioning when you're already dealing with a medical issue. Primetime is trying to help us get down the road as long as we can.
And if you're not in the right situation, a senior can lose everything. I feel with Primetime we picked the best program.
Certified by the American Lighting Association, Furbay's Light Shop is your go-to for all lighting needs, residential, commercial, or industrial. Our experts assist with every detail, from bulb size and fixture type to designing layouts. Visit us for hands-on displays showcasing various fixtures, or log in to furbay.com/lightshop. Let us help you visualize the perfect light for your space. Whether you need advice or want to explore lighting options, stop by or log in to Furbay's Light Shop today and see how we can brighten your project.
At Mears Nissan, we make car buying easy. We want our customers to have a pleasant buying experience from start to finish. We offer a comfortable and welcoming space where you can feel confident making your purchase. Family owned and operated for over 35 years, we're proud to offer family-friendly financing options designed to fit your budget. Don't just take our word for it. Take a look at some of our happy customers. So if you're planning on buying a new or used car or truck, look no further than Mears Nissan in Canton and let our family take care of yours.
Joe and Troy Richardson back at Robert 5 Stadium, Jackson Township, big time sports TV game of the week. And the Polar Bears lead it right now 17-10. Now it's time for our quarterly recap brought to you by Kimball.
Kimball Recycling quarterly recap here. Kind of a back and forth quarter there, it didn't look like much was going to happen. Then we had some spark fly. But here we see the pitch. This quarterback, man, Houdini, tossing it, pulling rabbits out of his hats, able to get it here. You see Brunswick with a nice run into the end zone, but the sophomore picks up 6. And it was just an interesting quarter there. It's been all Brunswick really since about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. As we got one more quarter to play as you look at Jay Rohr, head coach there for the Polar Bears.
Yeah, Jay Rohr, we talk a lot about him, one of the best football players ever to put on that Polar Bear uniform. And now the head coach here.
Empty backfield.
Yeah, 3rd and about 5. Ball in that right hash. Barnett, little bubble screen, bobbled, caught. First down, Brunswick, all the way down to midfield.
And I like how they motion the running back out there a little bit to change it up, to get some blocking angles. As they run that little slip screen there, they motion him out so he can get the block on the corner, and that allows him to cut it back. Well-designed play. More players are hurt on the field. They just cramped up. A lot of stoppages tonight. Just a hard game to really get in a rhythm here because of the flags, the players cramping up. Really the first cold night of the year. While we're at that, a yes vote on issue 42 on November ballot will help Jackson Local School maintain an excellent rating among Ohio schools. Few schools in Ohio match Jackson local academic arts athletic standings. Issue 42 is a no tax renewal is a no new tax renewal of a substitute levy that provide that same $9.3 million that has provided since 2011 when voters originally passed it with tremendous support. It will cost current homeowners less to renew it this year than it cost in 2021 when 70% of the voters said yes. Please continue to vote yes on this renewal levy on November 4th, paid for by the Jackson Local Schools Levy Committee. Justin Hardesty, Treasurer.
1st and 10 for Brunswick right at midfield. Barnett going to keep it. 3, 4, 5 yards, and then down he goes inside the 45 to the 44. But boy, I like the way this quarterback now is kind of taking charge.
Barnett has just stepped up here and put on the daddy pants and said, I'm going to carry this Brunswick team, as he picks up 7 yards on 1st down.
We got Barnett at 6'4" and Nichols at 225 in the backfield together. That is a pretty good situation. Barnett over the middle, diving catch incomplete.
Off the hands of the receiver. That's going to bring up third and 5.
Anthony Gamboa was the guy that left his feet, couldn't come up with it. You don't get it here, Troy. Are you in 4-down territory with a lot of time?
Why not? Your defense is playing well. Jackson said they can't run the football. So yeah, go for it.
Clock stopped with 11:13 left to go in the game. Brunswick facing a 3rd and about 4. Down the Jackson 44-yard line. Going to send Nichols on a wing back to the right, and now head coach Cole Carter going to call a timeout. Maybe change the play. Maybe didn't like the Polar Bear defense. What do you think, Troy?
I think he didn't like what he saw there defensively. We had a hard time getting the play in. Andrea Scazza has judicial experience that matters. As magistrate of the Massillon Municipal Court, Andrea Scazza has presided over more than 40,000 cases. Andrea Scazza is the only candidate to earn the endorsement of the Massillon-Henderson Lodge FOP number 105 and to receive a rating of highly recommended by the Committee of Judiciary of the Stark County Bar Association. As current magistrate, former director and prosecutor Andrea Scazza has the necessary experience to be your next judge. Vote for experience. Vote for Andrea Scazza. Paid for by the Scazza for Judge Committee, Margaret Elam, Treasurer.
3rd down for the Brunswick Blue Devils, who are down only 17-10. Long way to go in this one. But for the last 6-7 minutes, Troy, it's been all Brunswick on both sides of the football.
Yeah, Brunswick dominate here, but big 3rd down play if we can get the Oh, no. Wow, they're just having a hard time here, Jackson, getting scoreboard there.
Barnett all by himself in the backfield. Not going to send Gambeau in motion. He's going to keep it. Little quarterback draw. Going to come up very close to the first down, right at the 40-yard line.
Going to need about a yard here.
Well, you talk about a big play. Circle this one right here, as there's no doubt Brunswick's going to go for it. 4th and short, down by 7.
Well, one of the reasons Brunswick's able to move the football here, they haven't had any penalties. They've done a nice job of not having any penalties.
Barnett with a long look over at the Blue Devil sidelines.
About 8 seconds on the play clock.
Going to have to hurry a little bit here. Now Barnett's going to go under center, and he will get a little push from behind by Nichols. Did he get it or not?
Depends where they give the initial surge.
Referee setting up just inside the 40.
I think that's what he needed to get. They're going to give it to him.
Going to be a first down for the Blue Devils.
Drawn up under center. He's going to lunge forward.
Watch Nichols come up from behind, and
that push, that's what got it, because he ends up down behind the line of scrimmage. That extension is what got him that first down.
This is Nichols. And he breaks one tackle, fighting his way down close to the 35 to the 36-yard line, and down he'll go.
Nichols so strong, like a bowling ball.
Good second effort by the big guy. Looked like he was stopped close to the line of scrimmage. Ends up getting about 3 or 4.
Powerful runner in the backfield.
He's still in there, just left of Barnett. Barnett looks right, now comes back. Now he's going to take off, and they get him finally.
Well, Jackson's got to get some pressure on him. Don't give him time to set up. And when you get to him, collapse the pocket so he doesn't have room to scramble.
Luke Mazon, the junior at 205, was the guy that got him. Going to bring up 3rd and about 7. Clock not a factor yet. 9:15 left to go in the football game. And again, a long look by Sean Barnett.
Still got plenty of time.
The Brunswick quarterback over to the sidelines. Going to throw it. Now he's going to take off. Now he's going to throw it again, and that is caught for a first down.
Come up again with another big first down catch. Great job here by this Brunswick offense. Barnett just showing comfort in the pocket. They only bring 3. He steps up big and has great vision downfield.
Owen Isa was the guy that caught it, number 21, for a first down. And Barnett looked like he was going to run, then pulled it back and threw it downfield for a first down. On that left hash, Blue Devils are going to run that way. Barnett at 6'4", going to cut it inside. Runs over one of the Polar Bears inside the 20 to about the 17 or 18.
Tackle by number 2, Alex Height.
Nice run there again.
Here we go again. Brunswick again. Again, it's the quarterback Barnett.
There he is.
Into that second level.
Scampers into the end zone.
Touchdown, Brunswick. And they have come all the way back on a PAT away from tying up this football game with 8:02 left to go.
We're going to be a Papa Bears big play replay here. As there it is, he cuts it back, parts open, they're going to whiff, and he just takes it into the end zone. Right now, Jackson has no answer offensively. Jackson has no answer defensively, and I'm not sure what the delay. Oh, another injured player. A lot of players just don't know what it is here tonight. Maybe it's the cold.
Looks like he's cramped up again right at the goal line.
That's a 17-play, 90-yard drive, Joe.
Yeah, Brunswick 1 extra point away from tying this football game at 17-17. Polar Bears now will try and regroup. There you get a good look at the quarterback taking a little breather on the bench. 6'4", 200-pound senior Sean Barnett, number 11, right there.
Yeah. Still out there looking at the player and everything, just taking their time. Big PAT right here. They're finally going to get him up. A lot of injuries tonight, a lot of stoppages of the clock.
Jackson defense coming back out on the field. Vinny Teodorio now will try and tie it up. Here's a young man that has one of the strongest legs we've seen this year, Troy.
Need a good snap and a good hold.
High snap, kick is up,
right through the
and
upright.
It is perfect.
This could end up coming down to a field goal, Joe.
You're right. We are tied at 17 with 8:02 left to go. Jackson's going to get the football, but down on the sidelines, we can say Brunswick. They're pointing up at their fans. Everybody's pumped up now right below us, and Jackson's going to have to respond to this.
Yeah, I'm just impressed by how Brunswick has battled back, and they're in total control and almost dominance now, Joe. It's going to be tough when we pick our iCryo Stone Cold Player of the Game. Probably going to be someone from Jackson, just because we want to make sure they can use that that cryo pass.
There you see the
Going to get a look
Brunswick
at it.
cheerleaders.
Going to get a look at it again.
On the Altman replay, well, he's pretty much untouched and runs through a couple people down at the 3-yard line. Tried to bring him down, tried to cut him down, but he didn't go down. He got the touchdown.
Well, we got two big legs tonight as field goal kickers if it comes down to it. But right now, Jackson has got to be able to run the football.
There you see the enthusiasm on that Brunswick sidelines. Jackson return group again is up close to the 50-yard line. I'd be shocked if Brunswick tries anything on an onside nature. I think as well as they're playing, just go ahead and kick it off.
Yeah. Well, if you're at Jackson, anything can get you right back in this game. It's a big kick return.
Last calls is
puts it deep in the end zone.
That one fly over his head into the end zone. So Jackson's offense will take the field. Brunswick's defense will match it as we are tied at 17 with 8:01 to go.
Let's see who Jackson brings out at quarterback. Let's see if they decide to, they're just going to keep throwing it or try to run the football a little bit.
Now, their number one running back, Corey Jacobs, we believe, was ejected with that fight at midfield. So now they've gone to Ty Jackson, a 5'7", 180-pound junior.
Who are they bringing in at quarterback?
They're going to keep.
Yeah.
Going to be caught. Going to be a first down and more. Down at the 40. It's a foot race to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, to the house.
Wow. Big play by the quarterback and a great touchdown reception there by number 1 for Jackson.
Gino Szymanski.
Szymanski with a big play, and the Polar Bears needed that. Hits the slant, makes a couple of men miss, and that is a big 70-yard touchdown pass. I'll tell you, I love this quarterback coming in. He came in quick, that throws it, touchdown.
Cooper Mazzero now will try high snap. Kick is up. This is a big one. It is up, and it's perfect. So Jackson answers right away to make it 24-17 with 7:48 left to go. We're coming back with more right here on Big Time Sports.
Rabbit Landscaping is Northeast Ohio's premier residential and commercial landscaping establishment in Jackson Township. They provide an ample amount of services, including landscape design, hardscapes, deck and fence installations, outdoor lighting, lawn maintenance, leaf removal, and snow removal. Rabbit Landscaping aims to provide a quality, trustworthy landscaping service to your area. Call for a free quote at 330-936-7616.
There are 87,000 new IRS agents. Fireside Tax is the best accounting value in Stark County. With audit defense and identity theft restoration through Protection Plus, Fireside Tax can help you deal with the new agent. Fireside Tax has been in business for over 18 years and provides tax, accounting, and payroll services, including flat fee accounting and flat fee payroll. Fireside Tax also handles individual and small business income tax returns.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
You've got only one body, so why not take care of it? Let iCryo Wellness and Recovery help you live a healthy lifestyle. iCryo will introduce you to recovery and wellness with their proven techniques that will surely make your body and mind a whole lot healthier. Evaluate your lifestyle with iCryo. Don't wait. Call now, 330-451-6365.
Welcome to Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern, Ohio, your ultimate destination for automotive excellence. Get behind the wheel of your dreams with our exclusive lineup of top quality vehicles. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, we have something for every driver. Explore our wide selection of premium cars and let our expert team help you find the perfect match. Don't settle for ordinary. Upgrade to extraordinary at Daystar Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Malvern.
Hey, look what we found, Joe.
That's a friend of yours, Troy. Did he stop at your house for a big Snickers bar?
That's Waldo. They found Waldo. Our camera guys managed to find Waldo.
In the Brunswick band.
Maybe we can find Carmen Sandiego next. Because I always like to know where in the world Carmen Sandiego is. Which that was a great show. You don't even know what I'm talking about, Joe.
Of course I do.
We got Waldo. We got a cow. Kyle is like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Brunswick will get the football back. Down a touchdown again. It was just tied a minute ago. High kick going to be taken right at the 11. Fumbles the football and he's got to cover it. Boy, tried to catch that one on the run, Troy, and it squirted right out of his hands. And just to be safe, he jumped on that football. That was
the question. Can Brunswick get some momentum back here after that huge touchdown on the first play of their last drive? Jackson connects for a 70-yarder. Here it is. He just catches it and muffs it. Now he's got to fall on it. It's a deep field position here. But I say let the quarterback run. Let the quarterback make some decisions here. Let Barnett make decisions.
Again, an empty backfield. Going to send somebody across the formation. Barnett's going to keep it, and right now they're keying on that young man, Troy.
You've got to. You got to try to stack him up at the line of scrimmage and make him put the ball in somebody else's hands on the jet, on the counter, something. Make somebody else beat you right now. Pressure him a little bit, make him get rid of the ball when he doesn't want to.
Pass is complete up at the 26-yard line.
Going to be just short of the first down.
Anthony Gamboa again, number 10 that caught that one.
They're going to say it's a first down.
Boy, the quarterback Barnett has really played well here in the second half.
He's looked great. He's looked like an All-Ohioan.
Well, after that fumble and the kickoff, Brunswick with the first down. Barnett again finds a seam, complete to the 37. Gang tackle by the Polar Bears.
Tackle. Another first down.
Going to move it to change again. Back-to-back first
And
downs.
another penalty.
And a flag. There was some talking going on there. You could see it, Troy. I'm not sure what that was about, but right now these two teams doing a lot of jawing between plays. You could see Barnett the last time talking, and Brunswick says it's on the Polar Bears. Let's see if that's correct or not. That's going to be on Jackson.
45 for Jackson.
That's Jared Kaiser.
That is huge. You don't need to help out Brunswick right now. They're moving the football. You don't need to give them a free 15 and put the ball on your side of the field.
It's going to move the football down to the Jackson 48. Blue Devils going to try and take that momentum away from Jackson, who just scored on a long touchdown pass. They're moving the football again. Going to run the sweep, and Jackson's going to defend it. Good coverage right there.
Issa trying to get to the perimeter, but Jackson does a nice job of stretching it out and not allowing him to put that foot in the ground and allowing him to get vertical.
Yeah, they tried to run it to the left side. Jackson Baker was there, bring him down. Loss of about 1 will be 2nd and 11. The bubble screen, they need a block from those wide receivers. He splits the defense, but it's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, he's going to pick up about 5. It's going to come up to about 3rd and 5 here. So I think you're in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, Jackson's corners are really playing off here. And they're allowing these little passes to go. They're trying to allow Brunswick to make a mistake.
Yeah, you're down to less than 6 minutes to go in the game on 3rd and about 5. Barnett's going to keep it. And the big guy is rumbling down close to a first down. I think he's got it.
I think he's got it too, Joe.
No hesitation. Took the snap, rolled right, and picks it up. And right now, he is a huge problem for this Polar Bears defense. 1st and 10 for the Blue Devils.
Clock not an issue yet.
Not yet. But if they don't score and Jackson gets some first downs together, that can run a lot of clock.
Well, that got blown up.
And that's not going to work.
That time, the Jackson corners were playing up tighter. They were sitting for that. They came up and made the big play. Loss of about 1.5. And that's going to be a big Mount Hope defensive play. Brady Sheets, I think, coming up on the tackle.
It was
there.
Brady Sheets.
He has been all over the field tonight.
He is what the defense calls the super back, right in the middle. And he has been all over the place.
And the super back is making super plays.
Down less than 5 minutes to go on 2nd and 11. Nichols. Now it's going to be the quarterback, Barnett. Good fake, and he rumbles down inside the 30. Boy, it looked like Nichols had the football. Barnett kept it rolled left and takes it down inside the 20. Maybe it's about it right at the 20.
Nice fake here, too. Pulls it out. Good decision. They're 3rd and 2, just like that.
Brunswick playing fast right now. Nichols. And not going to stop him with a yard to go. That's going to be a first down at the Jackson 25.
Good job here. I love how they're just mixing it up. Inside, outside. Brunswick is just chopping it up here.
And the clock continues to move. We're less than 4 minutes to go in the football game. Jackson up 24-17. Barnett throws over the middle, and it's caught, and then a big hit.
He wasn't getting any more yards after that catch.
Stop by number 10, Max Kyles.
Kyles was the guy that got him. As we mentioned, Kyles at 5'7", about 150. And he is the player that's shaken up. I think he hit him so hard, it may have.
Was there a timeout?
Another injured player, maybe. Kyles is the last guy getting off the pack, and he's walking very slowly toward the huddle. We're going to have a stoppage of play with 3:42 left to go in the game.
And this is a good timeout opportunity here with that stoppage of play. Jackson kind of get their defense set.
For the second half, Troy, It's been Sean Barnett, Eli Nichols for Brunswick. You throw in Anthony Gamboa. The kicking game's been good, and here we go again. Barnett,
Parted
quick
again.
step into that second level.
Another first down.